Ahsoka's back, baby, and so are we. You better batten down the hatches, baby, because we're about to bring those hot takes. Welcome back to another episode of Stay on Target. I'm your host, Dustin. Here's Nick.
I knew you were going to do it.
Matt.
Yellow.
Flying the ship. You know him. You love him. Dan.
I'm so flipping excited.
She's coming.
Say hello, fact checker.
Hello, fact checker.
Oh, man.
Is he going to be in the show, really?
Yeah,
or is it just going to be a hologram?
It's probably going to be like the very end.
Right.
They'll find him.
All right, enjoy the show. Ahsoka! All right, don't forget to always stay on target. Welcome back to another episode of Stay on Target. I'm your host, Dustin. Just like that opening. Man, wasn't that a great opening? That was epic. I hope we can live up to the epicness of that opening. Thanks for tuning in with us. Man, we got a lot to talk about. Ahsoka is back, baby. And we got a lot of thoughts. Man, it's going to be fun. It's going to be good. But with me, I have Matt.
Yellow. I'm back.
You're back.
I'm back, baby.
Back and better than ever.
Indeed.
You're looking good in that shirt too.
Oh, thank you.
I just want to say that is definitely the best that shirt has ever looked. Is on you. That looks so good. Shameless plug. Go check out Stay on Target store, our merch. We'll post it, but definitely go check it out. We got lots of good stuff.
Go do it, dude.
Yeah. And next we have Dan the Pilot.
What's up, everybody? How you doing? Dan the Pilot here. I'm excited to finally be able to talk about this episode. We've only been waiting forever and ever.
I'm good.
But do you guys like those intros? They were fun to make. It set us up for greatness. So I think this is going to be a great show.
It's going to be a great one. It's going to be a great one. Yeah, Dan did that opening, and it was totally epic. I loved it. Last but definitely not least, oh, actually before that, I forgot to say, I don't want to get force choked. We got Vades in the house.
He's back.
He's back.
He's back and better than ever.
Back and better than ever. Still quiet
Yeah.
as ever. And ominous.
Yeah.
A little weird.
He kind of just stayed the night here too.
Kind of creeps me out.
Yeah. You never know when he's going to turn on you. That's the real
scary part.
The interesting thing is, I brought him on because I really wanted to get his hot takes for, training Ahsoka, since this is the Ahsoka show. But wouldn't you know, he's really quiet. He says nothing about it.
Says not a
And
thing.
it really doesn't help us out. But last but definitely not least, you know her, you love her. She is the fact checker. Bow, 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 bow.
Hey, everyone.
Yes.
How's it going?
Good.
Nice.
You're asking the chat, I believe.
Well, you guys too. You're here.
We are? Is this real life?
Hopefully.
Could be.
Oh, man. Well, thanks for tuning in. Who do we got with us?
Well, we do already have some questions.
A few questions at hand.
Yeah.
Everybody's wondering what happened to Master Nick.
Yeah, people are worried.
Yes.
People
So
are
do you want to
worried.
give an
I seem
explanation?
more worried than when I was gone last night.
Oh, no.
I saw that.
I think they actually thought you were Vader.
Yeah, probably.
That's what it was.
I see a lot of comments on where Nick was, and all I saw last night was
Well,
from what's his name, Hunter Davis, saying I got a personality upgrade.
Oh, man.
That's
He
the only
dropped the
comment I saw me yesterday.
Stink bombs on that.
Roland, no, some of the ladies out there were missing you.
Yeah, they always miss you
They
now,
always
Matt.
miss
Yeah,
you.
of course.
I missed you. I missed you.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's what really.
I needed that right
That's
now.
what really matters. We missed you, man, and your
I
hot
needed that.
takes, and your funny sounds, and your ruggedly handsome good looks.
Aw. Aw.
Look at that guy. But yeah, no, Nick unfortunately caught the Night Sister's sickness. And
The night sickness.
he caught the night sickness.
The Nick sickness.
And he's trying to fight it off using the Force. He's actually just sitting at home doing this with sheer willpower. He's fighting it off.
Why does he look?
And he's sweating green Night Sister magic.
looks
That would be crazy.
constipated.
Now I want to see that. Yeah, it sounds like he's constipated. No, he'll be back. Don't you worry about him. He's all good. He'll be here.
He's still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive. More than we could say about Vades.
Maybe he got sent back to Narkina 5 and he just didn't tell us.
Yeah, maybe.
No.
But yeah, he's good. He's
Hopefully
gonna be back.
he'll feel better soon. He'll be back soon. He was disappointed to not make it tonight, but we're going to cover for him.
Well,
Vades is going to cover.
Vades is going to cover well for him. Right, Vades? Perfect. He is so good. Everything he says is just
Dude,
spot on.
Pure wisdom.
Pure wisdom. If only you could hear what he was
He
saying.
really knows
Through
what
the
we need to
Force.
hear.
All right.
Right?
And in the chat, we got a bunch of people. We got Bismo ask a question. Is this a no spoiler stream? Has this been established? Just want to confirm before I say something.
Yeah, I was gonna say
So go ahead.
no spoilers right off the bat. Okay, we're gonna do a no spoilers for the beginning part of this show, and we're gonna do a non-spoiler section, and then we will get to the spoiler section. So if you guys could, don't spoil anything yet, just in case people are watching that haven't had a chance to see it yet. So we like to do that with our shows. Thank you, Bismo, for establishing that.
Yeah,
Man, Biz has always got our back, baby.
He's got the good questions. You
He
know?
does have some great questions coming, man.
Mm-hmm. So does
Yeah.
Mrs. Manrique.
So did this man, we
Yeah,
got
should
some
we
good stuff.
Yeah,
shout
tell
out?
who else is here. Yeah.
Who else is here? Let's get the shout outs from everybody.
Get it
in the
done,
chat.
son.
Woo!
All right. Well, we've got the Roll Twins, the twins on target.
Oh yeah, be nice to the moderators.
Moderating.
Yeah,
They
the
will
moderators
kick
on
you
twins
out
on
with
target.
prejudice. What'd you say?
I said moderators on twins on target.
Moderators on twins on target. Yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
so Hannah
Yeah.
and Night Sky, Olivia. We also have V Stuff and Things. Icy was
V.
here. Icy Stormy may be back
Icy.
in a little bit. Kirsten is
What's
here
up,
as
Kirsten?
well. Moonlight Studios came in early. which is
Moonlight,
awesome.
Right.
baby. Did you give Nick the sickness?
Oh no.
Night sickness.
I think we shouted out Mrs. Manrique is here, Bismo, which is awesome.
What's up,
and,
Bismo?
Ellie Blair made it, which is so fun.
Ellie Blair, thanks for joining.
All right.
Yep. We've
Wow.
got Hunter Davis.
Hunter Davis is the
and-
Sith apprentice, is here representing his Sith master in the comment section.
And he's going to have fun with Matt here tonight.
He's glad Matt's back. And Matt's glad he's back.
Bringing the feisty.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
feisty brothers on target.
yeah. We've got Skylark also in the chat and Carla.
What's up, Skylark?
And
Carla, OG
um,
fan.
Yeah, hoping. Oh, Dano is in
Dano
Secret
from
Songs.
Denmark.
Man, yeah. good
Dano
crew,
from
good crew.
Denmark.
We got so many
Late
good
at night.
people in the chat.
The whole crew is here. All the big Star Wars fans. What's not to love about tonight's stream and getting to watch Ahsoka and talk about it.
Ahsoka, yeah, we got the whole crew. Let's get into this, man. Let's get into the meat.
All right.
All right. But first, before we do that,
He
don't forget to
always-
like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your frenemies about us, because we want to continue to grow this awesome community together with you guys. With all of us together, we can make Star Wars better. So thanks for joining us tonight. All right, we like to start off with a question of the week. So this week's question of the week is,
What is it?
what type of lightsabers would you want? Single, two lightsabers, double-sided, Inquisitor blade, crossguard. There's a lot, light whip. There's a bunch of different options. Light pike. There's lots of different options out there, and I want to hear from everybody in the chat. We got to see a lot of lightsaber fights with Ahsoka, so no spoilers. But
And if they're talking, people are commenting about Ahsoka in the chat. Just say it in a non-spoiler way.
just say it in a non-spoiler
Practice
way.
saying it in a non-spoiler way right now, and then we'll jump into
Feel our
it.
pain.
Feel our pain. Yeah, we'll keep this as brief as possible so we can get into the spoilers.
Briefs, baby.
Briefs.
Boxer briefs.
All right, yeah.
Question.
So
What were some of the options you said?
the options were single, so a single blade, two lightsabers, a
Yeah.
double-sided Inquisitor blade, crossguard. There's also a light pike, a light whip. There's also technically a light spinning thing. I forget what it's called.
Spin 'em a thing.
It's like a riot guard one, but it comes out the end too. So that one's interesting.
Hmm.
I'm gonna just read off a few of these in the chat
Yeah.
while we're thinking.
Do it, yeah,
Dano
no-
says single blade.
Single.
Hannah
blade.
says double sided, and then there's just now a poll that went up. So
nice fact checker
that's
on
gonna
target.
be good. Yeah.
You know,
Polls on target.
Skylark single blade. Hannah Roll says double sided, but can make two separate. So
Ooh.
detachable, right? Is that what that means?
Yeah, I'd like that.
I would
That's
assume.
Asajj Ventress could do that.
Yeah.
And so can Cal Kestis's. So,
Okay. And then Hunters, give me the single blade. I would absolutely dominate.
dude, yeah.
Yeah. Tehawk, dual wield like Ahsoka. Night Sky, dual wielding either two purple blades or one purple blade and the other yellow. Straight silver and rose gold hilt.
Whoa.
That's pretty right on. You got that nailed down. So
Nice.
she's already got it figured out
She's got it
beyond.
designed.
Yeah,
which makes
exactly.
sense.
Moonlight, two cyan dual wielding lightsabers.
I like how they're incorporating color. I didn't even say that, but that makes
see,
sense.
Bonus
I like
points, extra credit.
Extra credit for colors.
You can get 110% on this quiz.
Yes, you can.
Bismo, I like where he's coming.
Where's he going?
Single with blaster. Does that
Nice.
remind you of anybody?
Oh, I see what you did there, Busy.
Busy's got the busy something. I don't know. I got nothing.
He's got a busy blade, is what he's
busy
got
blade.
going
Yeah,
on.
there's
there.
a lot going on there. Sonia, hi, fact checker. Okay, she says single blade.
Nice.
Says Sonia. All right.
There's a lot of advantages to
singles.
single blades. We'll get into it.
Yeah.
Sorry, keep going.
Hunters. No, he just said so uncivilized. I think the blaster.
He doesn't like the
Yeah,
Wait.
that's cheating. That's cheating. You
Who
can't
was
do
talking
that.
about a Colt 45 earlier?
Oh yeah,
in
he
the chat?
was.
He was.
Yeah, he was
Colt
speaking
45.
of his weapons.
Weapons. So it is an apt question.
That
of the
looks
week.
like
Oh.
Busy Blade, says Skylark. It was the Busy Blade.
It's the busy blade. It did his business.
Yes.
Ooh.
I like that answer. Emberese says, I would like a white katana-like lightsaber.
Yeah.
There you go.
definitely. Very reminiscent of the show.
Yes, it is.
I like that answer.
It's a good one.
That's
It's a
what's
good one.
up.
That's what's up. All right. Well, let's answer here.
Yeah.
And if there's more out there, let me know. But all right, Matt, you got one picked out, buddy?
I do.
Do it, my friend.
I
Mat it up.
liked Moonlight Studios answer.
What was that again?
The Scion with dual wield.
Dude,
Ooh,
that is
dual
'Cause I
wield.
like that's the color I'd want, and I want to dual wield. So, so yeah, they're mine now.
They're my. Well, oh, like so you're filling in as the Sith Lord for tonight, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Matt is a Sith Lord. He will take you out, or just take your sabers
Yes.
with prejudice. With prejudice? Or were you doing
Aggressive
it nicely?
prejudice.
No, that wouldn't have been nice.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Dan, what about you, homie?
I'm going to go single blade as well. I guess I'm following along with the chat tonight, but I like the single blade.
Surprise question: reverse grip, forward grip.
Ooh, absolutely forward grip because I would cut myself in half with a reverse grip.
Right.
I already have enough problems with sharp objects. If I hold a knife, I'm instantly bleeding. I don't even know how it happens. It's just so a
He just looks
lightsaber.
at it and he's just
His
Yeah,
whole
it's
arm's
pretty-
falling off.
That is a true story. It just happens. I don't even understand.
attaboy, Dan.
Attaboy, Dan. Single. So I think
Understood.
and the fan film was I blue?
Yeah, you were blue.
Yeah. So I'll take a bluish.
Blue dabba dee ba da woo.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I was.
I like it, dude.
Yeah, it's a good call.
That's a good call. The's a lot of advantages to single bladed
Yeah.
lightsabers, especially in
Yeah.
fighting.
It gives you your left hand's available for other force using
pushes,
maybe.
unless you're not
There's
force
so
sensitive.
much more room for activities.
Yes.
You know, getting snacks,
You can't. How am I going to talk
You're
on the
fine.
phone if I have dual wield?
right? Dan's on the phone. If I,
Snacks.
hang on, I'll be with you in a sec. I gotta kill this guy. Oh man.
Yes.
All right, fact checker, you got one?
Yeah, I think I would probably agree with Bismo. I'd like a
You would,
single
wouldn't
blade
you?
with a blaster. I mean, that
Single
way
with
you can
blast.
get close but stay far. You know,
Yes.
snipe if you need to.
You got
Snip if
medium
you
range,
need to.
long range, snip if you need to. Oh my goodness.
Just kidding.
Wow.
In the heck.
No spoilers.
No, I like that. I like that. That's a good answer. Everybody's been coming up. What color though? You didn't say color. Dan, you
Oh.
said blue, right?
You
I
didn't
just said
get
blue.
110%.
That's all extra credit. You know. you
Yeah,
don't have
extra
to.
credit, fact checker.
Oh, sorry.
Keeping us-
Okay, I
keeping
want
up.
extra credit. I like all the bonus points.
Do it.
Purple.
What?
purple.
Wrong answer. No, I'm just
Wrong. You failed extra credits.
Oh, man, dang it.
we had to
My
fill
one
in for
chance.
we had to fill in for Nick.
Yeah, okay,
Would've said
thanks.
that. Oh,
Protect the
man.
fact checker's lightsaber choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag protect the fact checker, baby. I would go with a extendable light pike. Okay, there's so many advantages to light pike. The light pike itself would be made out of cortosis or some sort of lightsaber resistant material. Maybe actually it'd be even better if it was Beskar. That would be a sick blade.
Sick nasty, brother.
Yes, dude. I was waiting for it. But then you have the benefit because a light pike, an extendable one, you can fight in close quarters with it like just a regular single-sided blade, or you can extend that puppy, get some range on these bad boys, and spear them from a distance. Or you can use the other end to block, make it kind of double-sided. It is the ultimate, in my opinion. That is what I would have. And I would have a green blade. I love the green blades. That is who I am on the inside. A green bladed light pike saber.
Nice.
But yeah, anyway, that was the question of the week.
Great question. Great question.
Great answers.
Yeah, Dano said he'd go green too.
He'd go green.
Go green.
Go green.
Go green.
Uh-oh. Sounds
Ellie
like-
said yellow green. Ellie Blair says I'd go yellow green.
Yellow. Oh, that's a good one. I like
Yeah.
that one.
Hunter says
Like
yeah.
a neon green would be pretty cool. Fluorescent green.
Love
Okay,
it.
sorry.
Hunter
Keep
says
going.
red, obviously. Green if I was a Jedi.
Okay. Nice.
If he's pretending to be a Jedi someday, he'll use a green.
If he's impersonating a Jedi to kill you as a Sith Lord.
Hannah says burgundy lightsaber.
Ooh.
Burgundy.
Ooh.
Burgundy.
I ain't seen that
What a
before.
fun word to say. Burgundy.
Burgundy.
Say it together now.
Burgundy.
Secret Songs 20 says orange.
Yeah, that's a
Orange.
cool one.
It's a good
Safety
one.
orange.
I love it.
know that
Moonlight Cyan, and this is apparently question B, part B of the question. Skylark, Ahsoka White is hard to beat.
It is.
Ooh, good one.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, it's hard to beat. That's
You
for
are
sure.
not wrong.
You are not wrong.
You
And
are
I
not
I really like her sabers. They are very samurai-esque. And I really like the ergos on that, the ergonomics.
Yeah.
Ergos.
It's got the finger holds. It's got both the top and the bottom, which is how a samurai sword should be held. So you got lots of leverage there, and it's streamlined. There's not a bunch of buttons sticking out everywhere. I really like her lightsabers. They're really,
Spoken like a true EDCer.
yeah, baby. You
I
know
heard
me.
that.
Make me pull out my knife.
Bring out them ergos.
You'll get cut.
Oh, dear. Wait.
Ergos,
I will
baby.
get cut.
Keep it
Please,
clean.
no blades in the room. I will be cut.
Yeah.
If there's lightsaber blades, I'm in half all of a sudden. It's like, I don't even know how it happened. It's his own blade that did it to him.
This show is PG-13.
It's okay. I'd be all right. I'm sure I would be okay.
You would be okay.
I'm sure I would be okay if I
you
get
got cut
injured
in
by a
half, I don't know.
lightsaber. But anyway.
Oh no, you went there.
I didn't go anywhere.
Not
I
spoilers.
didn't go anywhere. I didn't.
there, son.
Oh
Yeah,
man, and
on that bombshell.
on that bombshell, if you guys have a burning question that you would like to submit to us here for the question of the week, you can submit them to stayontarget.contact@gmail.com, and maybe you'll be lucky enough to have it read aloud on this show. And you can also send your art there too. Or if you just want to say hello, you can send it there as well. We'll
That's
try to get back to
very
you as
true.
soon as possible.
Because there is some talent on target tonight, correct?
There is, and that was a little tease. Thank you, Dan. You
I
made
love
that
it.
even
Well,
better.
You walked me right into it.
Right? They've walked into our trap.
That's true.
They done did.
What is the poll saying? I feel like, are we done with the poll?
Yeah,
or
the
are
poll
we...
finished up. Fact checker.
Well, yeah, yep.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is finished.
It is.
It is.
There it is.
Yeah,
is
so
done.
it looks like single blade won out 62%, other.
Interesting.
So it was
Nice.
31%. So everyone had their interesting,
Modifications.
thank you.
Right.
Double-sided blade 6% and Inquisitor blade 0. So I don't
I
know.
know,
the
right?
Nobody want that
Inquisitor.
crap.
Yeah.
Okay,
you know,
It's not a helicopter.
It's an interesting design. I will say that. At least it's unique. That's
Yeah,
what I
it
like
is.
about it. But
massively unique.
I feel like it's almost like a crutch in some ways. Though. I feel like that's why a lot of people don't want to pick it because it feels like
You're
you're
gonna get
cheating. in
made
some
fun
way.
of.
I don't know. Yeah.
You're gonna get brutally roasted in the chat.
And also, it seems very dangerous to the user.
Yeah, right.
Can be.
let's take something that's already super dangerous
It's
and
like
spin it at 1,000 RPMs.
it's like nunchucks on steroids.
yeah, nunchuck blades. lightsabers, that would be a death sentence.
Wow.
It really would.
Oh,
Uncontrollable.
yeah, seriously. So anyway, the good one. Let's move on.
Okay.
These transitions are hot tonight.
I really got to get these stingers down.
yeah, we do.
I spent too much time on the intros.
Right. Look at those stingers. They'll be stinging your eyeballs and your ear holes.
They'll be
soon.
Just like
You
Vader
son.
over there.
yeah, just like
Just like
Vader's.
Vader.
Yeah, what Vader choose?
I'm just going to guess a red
A
something.
single
Red and like
red.
single, large.
Just like him, he's single.
So
Yeah, he just force
He's
told us
a-
all he would
he's
use
open, ladies.
He's open. He's available, ladies.
If you
Vader
swivel the-
is
Single and
available.
ready to
If you swivel the
mingle.
chair, Matt, it looks really creepy.
Yeah,
I mean,
just swivel the Vader's chair underneath. It does look really creepy.
he's just turning toward you.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
turning
looking at
towards
me.
you.
Yeah. Oh dear, I'm scared now.
Ah,
Those eyes.
those eyes, those soulless eyes, the dark abyss. All right, we got lots to get into. We got a lot to cover, so let's keep moving here. But before we do, check out our Instagram page. We're really close to getting a monument on our followers over there. So definitely go check it out. We like to do behind the scenes content over there. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't checked it out yet, we highly advise you to go check it out.
Yeah.
Advise.
Chotted.
Chad.
Chop.
And do some behind the scenes.
Like
Yeah,
that
it's
later.
really it's a good time. All right. But this is what you tuned in for. This is really what you tuned in for. The non-spoiler section of
This is
Yes,
really
the
fun.
non-spoiler
We're gonna
section.
leave the second we spoil.
episode 1 and 2. All right, we're going to be combining them. We'll try to go
Okay.
through sequentially as much as we can. But
When we go to spoilers, we're gonna talk one separately, right? Or
yes,
we're
we'll
gonna
talk one
both?
separately and then go to
Possibly.
2.
Okay.
But I know people are probably chomping at the bit to talk about this. So let's get through these non-spoiler section as fast as humanly
Ninjaneer
possible.
is here
Bada
now.
bang.
What's up,
Mrs.
Ninja-
Manrique? Yup. Mandalorians definitely compete with Jedi. Okay, yeah. Yep.
What's
so,
up? Thanks
bro,
for joining,
Ahsoka,
everybody.
the writing, pacing, visuals, everything. Chef's geese, says Ninjaneer. So
Yeah.
that's a good non-spoiler talk there. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, let's get into it
So-
then. All right. So let's go over some pros to start us off for episode 1 of non-spoilers for right now. What are some pros, Dan? I feel like you got some pros
Daniel.
just rattling around
Well,
in there
It doesn't spoil anything, but there's lots of rattles. But
in episode 1.
no, in my head.
Oh, okay.
No, I would definitely say the music for me stood right out in front,
Boom.
led the way, and just stole the show for me. And you get to take the visuals, but I'll save that for someone else. I just said that I just couldn't get over Kevin Kiner's score and the way that the music just led everybody's scenes when it transitioned and whatnot, with all the characters out there, Sabine and all that. And you see in the trailer, every time they come up, they had their own little musical number kind of thing, and just really
Yeah.
nailed it. So when there wasn't as much dialogue in some shots. It was just music.
It was a musical.
It was just a musical.
musical. There was
So-
just dancing in the background.
Yeah, for me, that's my number one. So.
And only dance fights.
That is a huge pro. It makes sense for you being the music man, Dan.
The
That was
music man.
that was probably one of the best characters in the show so far. I'm just saying he did nail that score. I
Yeah.
will completely agree with you. All right, Matt,
was
you got
like-
a pro. Oh, sorry, do you have something
No,
else, Dan?
it made me happy because John Williams won't be with us forever,
Right.
and knowing that there's
Unfortunately.
somebody that could pick up the reins like Kevin Kiner, I have a feeling he'll be doing the films, in the next 5-10 years.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And it just gives me a lot of hope, right?
If Dave Filoni is the heir apparent to George Lucas, then Kevin Kiner is the heir apparent
Right.
to, or the apprentice to
John
Williams, baby.
Has to be.
John.
All right, Matt. I think you got another pro rattling around. In
Nope, I
that.
hated this episode.
Okay. Well, then.
Oh my
do you have a
goodness.
pro?
I do.
You're a pro.
Thank
We
you.
could go pro.
We could go pro.
What's that from? Name that reference.
Boom, name it.
Name it. All right, go ahead, Matt.
yeah.
What pro?
Little action, obviously. I'm gonna have to say it.
Matt likes the action.
Action,
It's
little
action Matt for a reason.
little zoom, zoom, zoom.
Mhm.
Action. I don't know if that's the
Uh.
sound I needed to make. Don't worry about it. We're gonna cut
Like-
that one out of the
like
footage.
you went
That's-
blaster fire. You went blaster fire. Like boom, No. Okay. just keep going.
It's worse and worse all the
It's
time.
getting worse. Okay.
Little mystery, kind of.
Yeah.
Little puzzles,
Nice.
I guess you could say.
Nice.
Kind of reminiscent of some video games, maybe.
Yeah. I suppose so.
I suppose.
I suppose.
Yeah. No, I like that. Yes, I know that. What about you, fact checker? You got any pros for this episode?
Yeah, I thought there was some good humor. And oh no, is that wrong?
Matt throwing shade at me.
Everyone goes quiet.
No,
I was just trying to think of the humor.
Yeah. Oh, he was
Okay.
thinking. It was his
I mean-
thinking sound.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. There's a lot of good
See the
things,
smoke,
but that was what's
flowing out the ears.
Sorry, keep going. What?
That's all.
No,
I
say what you said. I missed it. Say it again.
Just that there's a lot of good things, but the humor stood out to me because it didn't feel too cheesy or too much or whatever. There was a good balance.
Nice for episode
Oh.
1. I mean, we're kind of
And probably
combining 1 and 2 here. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But all right, pros for me with this episode, both episodes really. What are the pros I have for this episode? There's a decent amount of pros. I will say, it felt like movie quality for sure.
Shaw.
It definitely gave time to breathe, which is kind of both
Yeah.
pro and con for me. But I really like the cinematography in these. The ships, man, whoever's doing the CGI for the ships, they need a pay raise because they are doing a fantastic job. I love the space battles again. Like anything to do with the ships flying around, some of my favorite parts of the show. And it didn't feel too what's the thing? The volume? It didn't feel too volume. There's only like one part in episode 2 that felt like, okay, we're definitely in the volume. And maybe right off the bat a little bit. But I felt like it was a lot better than like Boba and also Obi-Wan. It felt a lot better than that. Other pros for this so far. Definitely movie quality.
Yeah.
Dialogue was struggling a little bit, but there was definitely some moments. I'd say some certain characters for me. What's his name? Hu Yang.
Yeah.
I really like
Yang.
that. He was kind of a standout for me.
That's spoiler. Don't spoil.
Oh, that's
I'm
not
just
really.
kidding.
That's not a spoiler. It's a character. We can say
bringing it.
characters in the shows, right?
Nope. No, I'm just kidding.
We can
Yeah.
say characters.
You do you.
He's in the trailer. Okay,
Gonna
if
have
it's
to
in the
check out
trailer,
if
it's in the
I'm gonna
trailer,
have to
it's fair
spoil
game.
it.
Okay,
I'm gonna have
there's
to
the-
look back at the official rule book.
Yeah, we need the rule book, the non-spoiler rule book. Can you check that, fact checker?
Oh, okay.
She can check anything, of course.
Yeah,
course.
you are correct.
Yeah, so I'm just rattling them off so we can all talk about them. So jump
Yeah.
in whenever you guys got anything and
Yeah.
let me know what the chat's thinking about this. But Hu Yang, and then also I really like Balin and
Oh, man.
Shin. I feel
Yeah.
like their story so far is the
Spoilers.
most intriguing.
Spoilers.
That is not a spoiler. It's in the trailer.
Oh, but you just can't get into it. Too
I'm
much.
not.
Just
I'm
the
literally
performance.
just saying I like them.
Same. No, but same. I mean, and Bismo said in the
Come at
chat,
you,
may he
Patrick.
rest in peace. And he's
What?
correct. Balin,
Yeah.
Ray
Oh
Stevens.
yes. Okay. I was like, now
It
that's
makes me,
a spoiler.
if I'm honest, it makes me sadder
Yeah.
after seeing
I
his
agree.
performance
Yeah.
in these episodes. First, just how amazing he is as this character. And I've never
Right.
seen him in anything else personally. So
I have.
I'm sure he's in other good stuff.
He does.
And he just brings it. He brings the gravitas.
He
That's the
definitely
only
does.
word that
Yeah,
describes
you're
him.
right.
And you feel like when he's on the scene, everybody's listening,
Yes.
no matter who's in
He's
the shot with him.
He is
Yeah.
captivating. Very captivating.
Yeah, and I love his voice. So, you're 100%.
Yeah, I agree. That's so good. I'll say what else. I like the mystery of it. Like Matt, you were saying, like some of the
Matt said that.
like magical elements. I kind of appreciate it. Dave Filoni is better at bringing that side of things into Star Wars. Not everybody can pull that off in a way that feels organic or more natural to the story. And even going with some of the sound effects, like the way they incorporate the Force. I like how they're actually making that sound when they're using the Force. Intertwined with the score. I really like they throw in the Rebel score in there. It's a nice touch. It feels good.
Mhm.
Action, I'm just throwing everything out. So stop me if you guys want.
He's throwing everything
Yeah,
out.
if you guys want to keep going. We're going to jump into some negatives here Action was good, not great in my personal opinion. But yeah, there's a lot more to get into. I don't want to keep going. What do you guys think? Should we jump to some negatives here?
Yeah, let's go a few
Yeah,
cons.
yeah, yeah.
Let's do a few cons. All right. Well, before we do that, what's the chat? Or do we want to get?
Yeah, the chat's kind of going back and forth. They're
I don't want to miss you guys out there. You guys
Yeah.
are awesome.
Oh yeah, they've got lots of good thoughts.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them agreed that that there was good action and Bismo, I like this, saying he really liked the non-dialogue scenes, could connect with the characters.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Really felt one with them.
Some people are liking Hera. Some people are waiting to see what more comes or how she
Yes.
does, in the
Yes.
next episodes.
We are definitely going to get into all of these.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we have a lot more to say on every single one of
Yeah,
these
Night
characters.
Sky said the costumes, the visuals, perfect. People liked Sabine.
Yeah, I'd say she was
Sabine was
probably one of the best of the main,
yeah.
in my opinion. for
Yeah.
this.
Hunter said we can all agree Lothal looked amazing.
Lothal did look
the
really
visuals
good.
again,
What
yeah.
Yes.
yeah. Go ahead, Matt. Run with it. Do
No,
it.
that was
Oh,
I
okay.
agreed.
I thought you were going to give me
I thought it looked fantastic.
It did. It looks solid.
And, I won't say that.
Oh, you don't want to spoil it. I like the guy that they cast. I loved that was a surprise, but a welcome one. Was whenever they showed I knew
Azadi?
I was- yeah, there it is.
Azadi.
Azadi.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
actual voice actor was the guy who played it, and it fit perfectly, and I loved it.
so that was just you couldn't help but smile.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that if that's true, then well, I guess nothing's true. But if he's Azadi, we're gonna see him again. I hope. You know what I mean?
Yes. I hope he's a through character.
I hope it's not just like a one-time thing. So
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's jump into some cons here. We got to
Yeah.
jump into some cons
Yeah.
because I want to get to the spoiler talk so we can talk
Yeah,
about all
yeah.
things.
I think in a con, there wasn't enough music. No, I'm just kidding. No,
Right.
The pacing, right?
Oh.
I think we have to get into
Yeah.
the pacing.
Some people
Yes.
liked the
Copy.
pacing in the chat,
Yeah.
but some people weren't so.
Okay, I'm just gonna
good
say
about it.
A sloka. Okay, we're coining the term
Oh,
here right
no.
now. It is a sloka, and I mean that in multiple different ways.
In
You
the
mean that in the
most-
kindest of ways?
I mean it in the kindest of ways. Yes, I'm not gonna just totally bash it. I want to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
as fair as possible, but
we all felt the Asloka.
we
at
all
times.
felt it,
They
right? I
could
mean,
have been
everybody
worse.
felt that. So maybe not. I understood what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
they just didn't quite get there, and I think that's part of the problem. It's
Yeah.
not terrible,
Yep.
but
I-
it's just
I
it's slow.
love slow moving things, I guess. And/or these types of things, these movies that take like 3 hours to develop, because you're just like sitting there staring at a character like making dinner. Like I just love all that because from the visual perspective, like somebody put tons of time into creating that shot.
right. And I don't want to take away from that.
No, and it doesn't. But that's because I'm weird, right? So I don't mind things that go super slow, but I get what you're saying when you're trying. You got 8 episodes. This isn't a one-time movie.
Right.
I mean, I guess it kind of is, but
We got to jam pack stuff.
yeah,
in
like
there,
there's so
son.
much else to talk about and go for.
It was a little jarring
Yeah.
in some ways, just for the fact that Dave Filoni is so good in the
Rebels.
and Clone Wars. They got to stuff. I know
So
it was
much
because they
happened.
had a shorter amount of time to
Yeah.
do it, like a half hour or less than. So they really had to narrow
Yeah.
things down. So it was a little jarring in some ways, seeing the same characters that were used to moving a little bit faster pace.
Right.
It was just a little jarring in some ways, and it was just kind of like, okay, yep, I get it. I feel like it's not like big stuff. It's not like, oh my goodness, when are we going to
Yeah,
get to the next part?
right.
No, it wasn't like that at
Yeah,
all.
no.
It's not like that at all. It's
And
more
you're
just
with-
like it's more just like, okay, you could have shaved off like a
Yeah.
half of a second. You could have shaved
Yeah.
off like a minute.
Or did
here.
she need more action, or just even more dialogue?
Yeah,
I
it's
think
so. I don't want to go
Ahsoka.
too much into
Yeah.
spoilers
See?
here. We're getting a little
Spoilers,
close.
That's why you don't say
And
names.
we're definitely gonna go into more
Yeah.
about how we feel about each one of these characters because I want to touch upon all of them because
Yeah.
there's pros and cons with each
I mean,
of them.
I could have like an hour episode on each of the characters
Yeah.
from Rebels
I
for
know.
me because I love Rebels.
or just a movie alone
Yeah,
on them.
just give me like a 1 hour movie with just Sabine, and give me a 1 hour movie like that with just Ezra, and just 1 hour with Hera. You know what I mean? To really get into those characters in live action form.
Yeah.
This is part of the transition. It's like I like seeing them
It
in
is.
live action. I'm like, do I like this? Yeah, I think it's working. I I love seeing that person, and they look pretty decent on. Some
Right.
of them look better than others, in my opinion, and we haven't seen all of them.
Well, and in some ways, like Dave Filoni finally was able to breathe with things too.
Yeah.
He's not cramming it in such a small area that it's easy. I feel like it is easy to let things go almost too far. It wasn't bad, but just a little bit too far. And it reminds me of whenever we did our first fan film. We were judged on our fan film, obviously. And one of the things they said, which was actually a great point, and we took that criticism well, and it made sense, was it felt like the practice run instead of the final run. It was just slightly, the intensity was just not 100% there. It was like we were like 90%. So it was still good, but it just wasn't quite there, and you needed like two more practices and then do the final one with everything you got. That's kind of what it felt like. And I'm reminded in some ways, it's hilarious to me, but one of the things George Lucas always said was faster, more intense. And that was kind of ringing in my head a little bit for certain points. Okay. I'm not going to totally crucify it, but I'm just saying that was...
You wanted a little more speed and a little more intensity.
And even with a certain character's dialogue,
Yeah,
it was
for sure.
a little difficult for me. So we're going to get into that more in spoilers. And that's why I'm saying Ahsoka. So not terrible.
No.
It's not like Ahsoka. No,
Could
it's
have
just
been
like
way worse.
Ahsoka.
Yeah,
Okay,
it could have been worse.
Ahsoka.
Yeah, and it didn't ruin the show. Like the 2 episodes were still enjoyable to watch for sure, because there's so much else in there that
Right.
That
I
hooked.
I love
Visually
the
stunning,
villains.
though, still.
I love the villains,
Yeah.
and that's not a spoiler. I just love the villains when they're on screen.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, give me another hour with these people
yeah.
and put them in conversations and situations, because I want to see how they get out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Give them some expendable good guys, so just like the wreck shop, because they're
Right.
cool to see. I mean, they're. I'm surprised. I was actually very surprised by that. I was thinking I wouldn't like as much the bad guys. I thought they might be a little cheap or cheesy, but they were not. They were solid. They were heavy. They were intense. And they brought it. Shin brought it. I feel like Balin. I'm not gonna say anybody else, but it just worked. And there's still more to come. I know there is.
There's a lot more to
This
come,
is
and
just
that's
the beginning.
And that's why when we judge this, we know that it's just the first 2 episodes, and you
Yeah.
have to take the first 2 episodes. You got to give it a little time to get into its groove. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why we're not being too harsh on it right now. But we're still going to say how we feel about things. So we're
Yeah.
going to be honest as possible.
Right.
And that's the fun thing about having this dialogue with everybody out there. You
Yeah.
guys might have totally different opinions, and we respect those opinions. And we like to share ours, and you can share yours. So
Yeah.
let us know in the comments. I know everybody's probably out there saying a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
You want to get into some of those real quick, and
let's
then
get
we'll
in-
jump into spoilers.
Matt, did you have anything else? I don't want
Yeah.
to skip over Matt. Matt definitely got to watch this one. He was enjoying it. I did have another negative, but it's in episode 2.
And we know Nick had thoughts, but
What did Vader think about
yeah,
it?
Vader's
What a Vader.
he's just stoic.
Yeah. He's not even moving.
I wonder if we're ever gonna.
Stop making it weird.
Nice.
Oh man.
That's
And with that, what's the chat thinking?
Or
Speak
should we-
for him,
should
chat.
Should we rate it and then we can get into spoilers and then really get
I know the chat's saying a lot of stuff. Let's jump into chat a little bit here in the non-spoiler section, and then unless they're
Or
spoiling it.
I think we rate it, and then we'll go into the chat
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. We'll rate it.
it's just
All right.
a little bit
Out of
easier.
Well,
10.
for
out of
okay.
5. No, we're gonna do it out of
5.
5 because this is the 5th season of
Of
Rebels.
Rebels. I like it. Good
So we're gonna do
call.
it out of 5 Rebels. What would you rate this out of 5 Rebels?
How
And
many Rebels
we're gonna
out of
do a collective 1 and 2 together instead of breaking
Okay.
them down. I
Yeah.
mean, I guess we could break them down into each
Try and do a
episode. But
poll real fast.
Okay.
there was one oh yeah, we didn't even say, but there was one big negative at the very end of episode 1 leading into episode 2 that
Questions.
we're definitely going to talk about later.
Yeah.
And that was a big negative. And there's a gripe I had with closer to the end of 2, more nitpicky than anything, and it makes me question certain
Yeah, I know it
things.
does. I remember what you're talking about.
Plus the fact that Marok, I didn't even know it said that way. Marok. I can't even. Which way do we say it? I forget. He said it. Balin said it. I thought it was Marok, but it might be Marok. We don't know who that is yet, and I have more thoughts about that now too. Okay,
Another video coming soon, right?
another video coming
Okay,
soon. It
yes.
still works, still applies.
Yep.
I just want to throw those last little things out there. before we rate it. But did you guys have any last thoughts on non-spoiler section before we rate this?
No, I think that pretty much encompasses in a non-spoilery way. I think we did pretty good for our first go-round.
Yeah.
We're getting back in the groove here.
Oh, I did have one other con. But
Oh,
I had
boy.
like 2 other cons.
One other non-spoiler con?
Yeah, I was gonna say it felt. Yeah, I don't want to go there too much. Maybe we'll save it.
for
We'll save it
spoilers.
for
Yeah,
the.
we're diving in. People, we're getting.
Yeah, we got to get to it.
ratings.
All right, so let's just rate it, and then we'll move on to non-spoilers. All right, so,
You mean spoilers?
what? No, we're gonna rate it right now out of 5. So out
Out
of
of
5
5.
Rebels for episode 1 and 2. Who wants to lead us off?
4 out of 5 for me.
Dan's a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, because I was thinking 8 out of 10. So divided by 2, it gives me 4 out of 5.
Wow.
4 out of 5. Can we?
Math.
Maybe we should be able to go in half percentage points. But
Yes,
4 out of
Or
5.
quarter
You can go
percentages,
whatever
yeah.
percentage.
it's
you
4 out
want.
of 5 Rebels. That makes one of them an Imperial.
Sure.
I don't know.
4 out of 5 for me.
We make it up as we go along.
It was it was so refreshing to see, and I'm so excited to see a 5 out of 5. And get up there with the 6. I can't give it a 5 out of 5 because I know there's more out there. There's going to be more developing, and I got faith in Filoni, and I'm excited for what he gave us in episode 1 and 2. It was just a smile on my face. Super happy to watch it right out of the gate. The action, it just looked amazing on the screen. We shut the lights off. We had the snacks. We were watching. I mean, it was a good experience. It felt like we were at the movie theater, and
Right.
it was a good time. So 4 out of 5 for me.
nice.
Nice.
All right, fact checker. What?
I'd agree with that. Yeah, I enjoyed
4 out
it.
of 5?
Yeah, 4 out of 5.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Nice.
Dan
Any
said
other
it
thoughts?
all. Yeah. No, I'm good.
4 out of 5. What?
All right.
Say it
Rebels.
right.
Rebels.
That makes one of them Imperial. Thank you, fact checker.
Oh.
We're making it a thing. All right,
wow.
Matt. Now that you're taking a drink, what are you gonna rate this?
For the first episode, I would say 3.5.
3.5.
All right.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. And you know what? Do you want to expound on that?
Not at the moment.
Okay. That's okay too. How about you, Vades?
He liked it. He's
Nice, man.
stunned in silence.
Stunned into silence.
5
That's-
out of 5. He saw his
his
apprentice
glove.
out there. He was just
Oh,
His
what?
apprentice out there was wrecking
That's
shop.
true.
he was so excited. Yeah. He just it's like he's happy papa.
Pops Vader, baby.
Oh, man.
Papa Vader.
Skylark said speechless.
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 Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Such a way with words.
Such a way with words. You're such a. That's
So
what,
elegant.
what is that?
Yeah.
You're such a way with words. That is from something. If you get that, you get a Wookiee cookie.
Do you know what it is?
I do know.
Okay.
What
I
it
was
is.
gonna say.
It's hilarious. Anyway, so for me, you know what? I'm gonna go 3.25. Okay.
Oh wow.
3.25 for 1 and 2.
Whoa,
I know.
shots fired.
Look, there's room to grow. There's room to grow.
What'd you say? 3.25? That's like
Okay,
a
so
D.
no, it's not.
I'm used
So-
to that.
Why I'm saying that?
Got so many D's in
no.
school.
You don't have to say it.
He's
joking.
confessed before.
I
It's
didn't.
just
Okay,
Ish.
I know.
Bismo just
I know
said
he's
Dustin.
probably coming at me.
Yep,
I know.
yep.
I keep seeing him in the chat. Okay?
Look
Oh,
away.
I-
Rated it 0.25 less than me. So I
Yeah, it was
mean,
only 0.25 less than that. But the reason
But
I'm
it
saying
just
that,
feels harsher.
Yeah.
you know, like I said, there's room to grow. There's room to grow. Okay, so don't hate me. I just didn't feel like it was good, not great. That's what I'm feeling.
Okay.
There was a lot of negatives in this for me. And I'm not taking away from the positives.
Mhm.
It was just almost even. The positives squeaked out for me on this one.
Yeah.
So it was still positive.
Mhm.
I think what you're
But-
saying is like your scale is actually not like it doesn't have to be 4 out of 5 to be amazing. Like
No.
3.25 is actually like a middle of the road. Like it's not a bad, it's not good.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of in the middle of the
It's
scale.
kinda in the middle for
like
me.
3 would be average. Anything above would be above average.
2.5
Yes,
is 50%.
that's the way I'm
so.
rating it.
Yeah, 2.5 would be 50%. So
You know, when there's
I saw Jamie Stangroom. He's like 5 out of 10 is average. 6 is above, and everything
Yep.
up to 10. And then he says like 3 is way below average, or below
Mhm.
average. So I see what you're saying. I'm trying to make it positive.
you're trying to make it, no. I mean, I am coming from that way. I mean,
It just seems lower.
3.25 rebels against 2.75
Oh my goodness.
Imperials,
Then
the
you
rebels are
win.
going to win. I'm
That's
just saying.
true.
So
Okay,
the
okay.
Yeah,
you know,
son.
and they're going against stormtroopers. So
Wow.
Yeah.
but
Okay,
yeah,
I
so
like
that's
it.
my rating. What's everybody rating in the chat? I want to know.
Yeah. So, well, right now on the poll, 5 out of 5 is winning 47%.
5 is winning.
Okay, people got really
Amazing.
positive, and I
Yeah.
respect that. I can see it.
4 out of 5 is 41%, and I didn't do decimals.
So you're telling me you thought it was literally perfect though? Because I don't believe it.
Maybe not perfect. I mean, if
That's what
if-
5 of 5 is,
well-
though, is it not?
no one's saying that. They just really enjoyed
then
it.
they can't give it a
is
5 out of
good
5.
Quality Star
Well,
Wars.
in the
They're
poll,
hyped.
the word next to it says amazing. So if you think it's amazing, you're gonna say 5. So
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah,
it
maybe
didn't
not
say
perfect.
5
I think you could say
perfect.
4 out of 5 and still say it was amazing.
yeah, true.
Matt is a realist.
Or
Okay,
Okay,
Matt, you
4.5.
can do
But
the
it says
poll
on
next
here
time.
4 is good. So is it good or is it amazing, Matt?
is it gooder?
Neither.
It's
Neither.
goodest. We're gonna go goodest, gooder, good, not good, bad.
I mean,
That's our rating.
I really
I'll
need
be
like
honest,
a
like I wasn't like crazy hyped going into it just because of how
Yeah.
bad they've been.
PTSD.
And I'm not crazy hyped coming out of it. I mean, I have better expectations than I predicted, but
Mm.
Well, that's good.
I'm still not like,
Still a bit neutral.
whoa, dude, hold up.
yeah, it didn't blow
The
you
best
away.
episode or show ever.
Yeah,
Is it because they had to kind of catch people up from?
yeah, but I don't. That's
I think that's
I
part
think we
of
need to get into the spoilers.
what you
Okay,
get
okay,
into
okay,
when you're
sorry.
establishing a show is you're going to have a little bit of, hi, I am this person, and this is my
Yeah.
backstory quickly. You know what I mean?
Right.
Although
for
I
the
don't think that they
newbies.
didn't do that as painfully.
But, yeah, so let's get
maybe
okay.
not.
We got to get to spoilers. Okay, so
Okay,
you got our
okay.
ratings. We got your ratings.
Yep.
You guys really enjoyed it. So we are super glad that you enjoyed it, and
Yeah.
we mostly all enjoyed it for the most part. I mean, it definitely was on the positive side.
Yeah, no, it was.
It was definitely on the positive. It was definitely
Yeah.
solid. It was good. Okay,
Solid, good, positive.
solid, good, positive. We're positive on this one. Okay, not negative, positive.
Correct.
All right, but we're gonna move on to.
He's pregnant.
We're gonna.
Positive.
Oh, wow.
I have a baby.
I have a baby. You want to read a few of these comments in the chat?
Yeah, do it. Do it.
All right, Bismo said you might be getting an angry anonymous call after this.
Oh no!
I don't know
I'm just
how
kidding.
No, I
You
got a
kind of
comment.
gave yourself away. It
He
can't
said,
be
"I
that
respect your
anonymous." I
opinion
can't say that word.
disrespectfully."
Wow, Bismo taking shots, man. Hey,
Yeah. Hot takes. That
Hot
you
takes.
asked for the hot takes.
I
at
did
the
ask for
beginning,
the hot takes,
so
and I am getting them.
they're
man.
popping them.
So
Here's-
far, I'm gonna say something that Bismo's gonna hate.
So
far,
Oh, wait, is this
Andor's
spoiler?
better.
Oh!
Oh, wow.
Oh! I was gonna
Vader,
save that.
say something.
I was gonna save it for. I should. And I don't honestly 100% feel this way, but I was like, is this how Bismo felt when he watched Andor?
Oh, no.
I mean, I wonder, you know.
Oh, man.
That's like
Shots
a double. That's like a double stab.
That was a
wow.
double stab. Sorry, Biz.
But
What's everybody else saying though?
Bismo left the chat.
Yeah, he's got-
Well, Hunter's
Unsubscribed.
saying,
yeah.
man, I hate it when I agree with Matt.
Classic Hunter.
But then he's
I
saying, oh, Matt,
understand.
let's go.
That's like I understand. I get that.
Yeah. And let's get some likes up in there. If you like this video, give us a like on there. We got a bunch of people in.
Yeah.
We only got a half of them liking it.
Yeah, definitely.
liking it.
Give us a like,
Oh,
please.
if
It
you
really
can.
helps us
If
out.
you can, do it. If you can't, do it later.
Share it too. If you can share,
Share
it,
it.
that would be awesome. We definitely want to grow this community as
Yeah.
much as we can. And the more people we can reach, the more fun we can have all together.
Mhm.
And I'm tagging that line where it says that sounded weird, but with all of us together, we can make Star Wars better.
Aw,
That's my new slogan. That's
okay.
my new
That's
slogan.
his slogan.
All right. What else are they saying? I see
Hannah
Skylark
Roll.
says, congrats, Dustin.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hannah
I don't know
Roll.
what it's going to be yet.
Skylark
Probably
and
weird.
Hannah Roll both said 2.5 out of 5.
Wait, who said that?
Hannah Roll
And
Yeah.
Skylar.
and Skylark.
Yeah.
They both said 2.5 out
Yeah,
of
so
5?
they were lower, so they
Wait, Hannah was lower than roll. I can't
Speak
even say
words,
words.
son.
I think the twins are a little divided
Yeah,
at this
I saw
point.
that.
So yeah, we'll have
Yeah,
to get more.
interesting.
Next year,
we
I'm
may have to
interested
have
to
us. Yeah, we may have to have them on at some point. And
I
get their
think we
thoughts.
should definitely get their thoughts on this.
Secret Song said 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
Hunter
respect
rated episode
Res-
1
Matt
7 out of
respects that.
10. Episode 2 7.5 out of 10. So it did grow on him a
It
little
grow,
bit.
it grow good on him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes.
Yeah,
Nice.
so interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
so people dug it, I think, mostly.
Yeah.
But we had a
Ooh.
few people that it missed, and a couple of people, or 2.5 out of 5 is an average score.
Man,
let's
so
just say depends on how you weight it. Bismo did say he realistic 4.5 out of 5, 9 out of 10 personally. Yeah, so yeah, that's it.
Oh man, he did have a hot take, but yeah, we'll get
Mhm.
to it. All right, yeah, we got to get into these spoilers though, baby. Well, let's get into these spoilers. So,
Baby.
if you haven't, thank you. If you haven't seen the show yet, what are you doing here? No, I'm just joking. Thank
Yeah.
you for tuning in. We appreciate it though. Still, thank you.
Look,
But
thank
we're
you,
gonna
thank
get
you.
to the spoilers here, and we're gonna spoil them in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Everybody dies.
Everybody dies.
Wow.
Literally, nobody
Shoot.
can die.
No, they can't.
Except for ex-Imperials. Am I right? They all died.
Dad.
That was intense.
Ex-Imperials are just gunners.
Cannon fodder, my friend.
Yeah.
Oh,
On that ship
man.
in the opening scene is what you're talking about?
What?
Ex-Imperials? What are you talking about?
Oh, no. I'm talking about later. I'm sorry. I jumped
okay.
to a later point, but
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
No, but yeah, actually the New Republic
The
all
New
can
Republic,
die.
same thing.
That's
They
what I
just
should've
throwaways.
said.
I like that stuff though, because they came in heavy and they had to force it. Like they came in kind of sneaky, Balin
Yeah.
and all that. I loved that. They came in like, we're Jedi, and then the guy was like, yeah, right, Jedi, you liar.
Yeah, he bet the entire sabacc pot and definitely lost on that one. Pretty hard.
He gambled.
He was
Pretty
not
good.
nice about it either.
No.
He was like bringing it. you
I was
know?
like-
he was just at least gonna get punched in the face if nothing else.
I was like, maybe you should have your guns drawn
Yeah.
at least. Like, they wouldn't be that bold and not have a plan, you know? Like, what a doofus that guy was.
He was confident,
He was cocky. That was
cocky.
That was dumb.
and it was
Just
mistake.
silly.
Yeah,
Yes.
but so
It was cool though, and the disappointing part of that though was it's an older code. I wanted him to say the line, "It's an older code, sir," but it still checks out.
Yeah.
From the OG, man, they missed it. We're this close to
they had
greatness.
chances. All right, so there's hot takes coming in hot, like big time stuff here. Do you want to
Okay.
jump? You want to hit some of these, and then we'll
Dude,
work our
hit
way
'em
backwards.
right
It's a
in the nose.
conversation.
All right,
with the
so
chat
I think
and
what
us.
happened with Hannah is that Ezra Bean got friend zoned.
Boom, and we
no.
did
It's
that.
even worse than friend
It
zone.
kind
It's
of
brother,
is.
Sister
I
friend
know,
zone.
dude.
Right.
or
It
zone.
was.
That's
But
way
Hannah
worse
says-
than friend zoned.
Hannah, she said, "Hey, the brother sister Ezra Bean, I'm going into denial."
I really don't think there's a way out of being brother sister zoned, whereas friend zone,
Friend zone,
you
you
might
could
have
be-
a chance out. Brother sister zone.
I
That's
mean, that was
That
quite
was-
it might get weird. After
I was like,
that one.
seriously, they're pulling that right off the bat. I was like, come on, dude, come on. That fell out of left field.
Yeah, it
almost
kind
to
of
me.
hurts.
Like it was like it
Ex-
felt like a pivot. Like you watch Rebels and then you go
Yeah.
and you watch Rebels, you're like,
I
oh,
was gonna
dude,
say,
like he
yeah.
obviously likes her.
That's exactly what
Makes
I was gonna say.
total sense. And then the next scene you get at the end of Rebels after that is, I like that you're like my sister. You're like, what the poop? Are they
Yeah.
related or something now? Are we pulling a Luke?
No, there's no way. But yeah, I don't know if but maybe he was nervous when he made the hollow thing, and he's like, you're like a sister to me. But
Yeah, but
'cause
he was never.
he knew
nervous
he
to
was
say it
leaving.
before.
He didn't want to
Yeah,
like
that's-
leave it and be like,
maybe-
I love you so much from the bottom of my heart.
That's a good
See
point.
ya.
That's
and then
a
he's
good
gone
point.
for like ever. Maybe dead.
Maybe he didn't want her to wait for him,
to hang on to her,
knowing
him.
that he was gonna have to leave, possibly forever.
So I'm just trying to
That's
find
a good
bright
point.
spot.
Maybe he was being more considerate and he was being even more loving.
Chivalry, man.
Chivalry. It's not dead with Ezra. Is he dead?
Is he dead?
We don't know. No, but that's a good point. I like that. So there's still hope. There's this tiny, tiny bit of hope.
Yeah,
It's
uh-huh.
definitely weird at this point. But yeah, to Matt's point, I mean, it is weird.
It's a tough.
That's
It's a
weird,
tough
though.
place to get out
It's a
of.
tough place to get.
I've sibling. Yeah, that's.
And if you do, I mean, it's kind of awkward after that. I feel like.
I mean, Luke and Leia. What happened?
They
What-
nothing.
tell me this true story.
More than what should have
I
happened.
know. Why does Star Wars have these issues?
Right.
It's not that complicated. If I
George-
find out that Din and
Dave's
Bo
like-
are related, I'm going
If
to
they
be
share
angry.
blood.
Dave's like, it's like poetry. It rhymes.
Are Din Bo, are they related too, for crying out loud? I thought of you like a sister. Turns out we are related.
Right.
We checked the lineage. Get
That
out of
would
here.
be weird. Okay.
Oh boy.
So that's definitely kind of a con in my opinion, unless they're playing it the way that you said, Dan, where it's more chivalry than anything.
I mean, that's the 10% hope you have, you know? If you
Yeah.
really, I mean, if Ezra Bean is the thing that must be seen, then that's what you got.
All right. So yeah, are we going into you want to start? We want to hit the negatives first or go positives? Which one do you guys want to do?
We're already on negatives.
We're diving deep, and we're gonna come back out of this chasm.
We're going to come out positive, okay? We're going to
Yeah.
go in negative and we're going to come out positive with all you people. We're going to turn your minds around, my mind, and we're going to be out
Tell
of
me the
friend
number
zone,
the number
sister
one thing
friend
that
zone.
drove you crazy. What was it?
What was the number one thing that drove
I
me
don't-
crazy? I feel like you have almost a hot take on that.
Do I?
I kind of have a complaint.
All right, Matt, go ahead.
Go ahead, Matt.
Very small.
This is for
I don't
episode
even know
1.
why it bothered me, but something was off about the Loth cat. I don't
Really?
know why,
The
but I
Loth?
didn't like it that
I don't
much.
know.
Really interesting.
Huh.
Aw.
Felt wrong.
I feel like they did a pretty good job, all things considered, with that. But
I don't know.
I think it was because it was mechanical. Like it was like
Yeah.
an actual. Well, in some scenes, it was definitely like an actual prop
Okay.
with the mouth.
Right. Yeah, it just something seemed off to me.
It was Caddy Valley.
Oh, man. Get outta here.
Oh, that was bad. You get it?
Nope.
Uncanny Valley is whenever they do like live action faces or CGI'd faces, but your mind is just like, there's something wrong there. It looks rubbery. It looks weird.
Right.
You know, or like a Android that they put like a human face on. Your mind's just like, that's not right.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying with the cat.
My mind's not right.
It's not your mind. But like Tarkin in Rogue One, like he looked a little. It was really good, but he looked a little off.
Yeah.
Like that's not a normal human. Like your brain just can't compute.
True.
But anyway, so
Yeah.
that's one of the negatives was the Loth cast.
Yes.
Swinging out the gate.
Just wanted to get that out there.
That's hilarious.
Everyone's got their thoughts.
I think for me, there's 1 and 2, but number 1 for me, I just don't understand. I just
Yahoo.
can't got it. Is getting stabbed with a lightsaber
Boom.
and not like giving it enough time to breathe. Where like, okay, you get stabbed, like you're not. The way they played it is like she's dying, she's dead. Like
Yeah,
in his,
but you knew she wasn't gonna.
But you know she wasn't. Well, this is Sabine we're talking about. She had a lot of screen time in that first episode. You know,
Yeah.
almost like they intend to do that. They lean into somebody for a long time and then they die at the end, or you know what I mean. But she didn't. You know, she got stabbed, and fine that she got stabbed. I don't think they had to stab her to end the fight. Clearly, as Ahsoka was showing up to save the day,
Right.
and they were already getting rushed. You know, Shin didn't want to face Ahsoka and whoever else was on that ship. You know.
right.
And so she could have just knocked her over the head, or
Yang.
they could have played it however. So they stabbed her, right? Fine. Good deal.
Yeah. but why didn't she just move the lightsaber to the right whenever she's stabbed?
If you want to end
Right.
something and you got them stabbed, in my opinion, you just swipe right and they're dead. Like they're never
And
coming
end
back.
it.
You're on a dating app.
You're on
now.
a dating app.
I don't know. I've never done a dating app, but you swipe right with a
Swipe right to
lightsaber.
kill your foes.
They're dead. A stab doesn't do it anymore. You know, like historically speaking, a stab would do it.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Right.
So she's all.
what's the point of stabbing someone?
Because we
if you
watched
just
the second
kill 'em?
episode and you see what happens right away. We're talking about episode 1 and the way it hung out there. It didn't breathe enough, in my opinion. And so that's just all that I complain about because it happened before in Star Wars. And I got a little PTS Disney.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yep.
And if I think of
One of the worst things they
Reva-
could have done in this show was remind
it
us
reminded
of,
me of that. And it was the last thing I was trying to think of. And I was like, why is this? Oh, this happened before to the same person twice. And they just walked up like 5 minutes. They just stood up and walked away like, ouch, like they got cut, you know?
Yeah. It really just
So-
takes away like Qui-Gon rolling over in his grave, being like, "Come on, guys, seriously, I'm the only one who dies from getting stabbed
Right.
with a lightsaber."
Perfect example. Qui-Gon. Now I know location, you know, maybe that cauterizes the wound. It's the wrong location, the right location.
Right. It could
But-
be a.
But the stab is now becoming like a
joke.
semi fatal, not fatal blow.
Yeah.
You know?
Like a paper cut.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you
Yeah,
can get
like a grazing headshot, you know, in war movies. Like a headshot is a kill. A grazing, but the only chance you have to survive is if you get a graze. You know what I mean? Like it
Right.
just didn't get you.
It's just a flesh wound.
I mean, this is me, but
What's
that's
that?
all. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the worst thing they could have done was remind us of Reva from Obi-Wan, and that's exactly what they did there. And I'm gonna say, I actually felt like it was kind of poor timing to do that and then have Ray Stevens. This is dedicated to Ray Stevens after that. Maybe
That's
I'm the only
true.
one who thought that, but I was like, that's bad timing right there.
Yeah.
Okay. You just like ended the
That's
show
fair.
off with somebody potentially dying, and then you say, for Ray Stevens. I was like, okay, maybe you should have done it after episode 2. Just
or
saying.
just at the beginning of the whole thing.
Yeah,
the
that
whole
would have been a
series.
better
Everyone
place,
already
too.
knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This entire series is dedicated to Ray Stevens. I think that would have been a better nod.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think,
we
I think it will be. but-
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have some questions about the stabbing. Did Shin mean to kill Sabine?
You know, maybe not.
Some people aren't really thinking that was the intention, but
That's a good way to
Manrique said
think
at
of it.
least Ahsoka was right there to help and had healing droids nearby.
Yeah, that's the only explanation,
That's
right?
it,
It
that
had to
is.
happen. Yeah, I would like to see Bacta though, like Dustin said that last night.
Yeah.
Show her in a Bacta tank or
That's
something.
all they had to do. Show her in the back to tank.
Right.
and
Don't
that
just
would have
put
been
them
way
in a,
better.
like a modern hospital and then she's like sitting up like 10 minutes later, kind of, you know?
Yeah, like show her in a back to tank and then just have a one-off. Like we're glad we got to her as quick as we did. Otherwise, she could have died.
But yeah. But
That's literally all they had to say. And then it would have been like, oh, okay. You know, Ahsoka was right there. She got her immediate help.
Yeah.
She is a Jedi. Maybe she has some force healing abilities.
Yeah.
You know, or whatever. You know, that would have been way better. At least explain it in some ways. They didn't do that for a while in episode 2, and it was bugging me.
Bugging him.
Bugging the snots out of me.
So yeah, so I don't mind. I mean, maybe Shin didn't want to kill her, but she definitely
Yeah.
wanted to incapacitate her enough to get away, and that's a great explanation if that's
and
what they
keep
do.
Ahsoka tied up too.
Yeah, that's a great explanation.
Sure,
It slowed them way down. Now they
Yeah.
can't chase them. You know, if she's dead, then Ahsoka's instantly chasing.
Yeah, true point.
So you know,
Good
it's like
point.
nothing to stay
True
for.
statement.
But then there was a couple of other things after that, like why is she asking her questions? Why didn't she go check it out? What's going? You know,
It
there was a
definitely
couple
didn't-
things at the beginning of 2, but that's okay.
It didn't seem like Ahsoka was really that concerned for her at all. Like they were talking more about her failure to hold on to the map and taking it out of Ahsoka's
Right.
ship,
Right.
more so than her
Yeah.
being hurt, which is fine, but
Tough
that's
love.
not the way to do. Okay, I got so
They
mad.
definitely stressed. The,
Do better.
They definitely stressed the
Be better.
strenuous
Oh, no.
master apprentice relationship. They definitely pushed that in episode 1.
Yeah, that was
They're constant like, and Hera's trying to make amends in between, and you said the droid did some stuff.
Hu Yang. Yeah, like the droid was almost doing a better job than anybody. Honestly, David Tennant, Hu Yang's character was almost a standout, a complete standout for me, other than Balin and Shin. And I'd say Morgan Elsbeth and Marok. Those characters are my favorite so far. Like I just want to see them for the most part. But yeah, sorry, keep going, Dan. I kind of cut you off.
No, that's it. Hannah said, "Yeah, we needed a glad we got her right away, and that Sabine back to healing so fast would feel better than it did. You know, we needed some like sentence dedicated to that. They showed it, you know,
Yeah,
briefly,
and it was Hu Yang who said it. Actually, he said,
Yeah.
"I heard your repairs were
right." But
complete."
Ahsoka was like, "It's Ahsoka's show. Like, is she really worried? I guess she's just not worried about. I don't know.
You know, it's the first 2 episodes too,
Yeah.
so we got to give it a little bit of credit. I think Ahsoka's gonna definitely get more time as the season progresses.
Mhm.
I think they're just trying to set up things here, which feels a little forced, though, to be
Yeah,
honest.
'cause
The
everything
whole
else with
catty,
that-
like
But the force
relationship,
is a part of everything.
it is. It surrounds us and
Ah,
binds us.
gotcha.
Because everything up to that point, there was a lot of Sabine, you know, and I liked her defending herself when they, you know, sneak attacked her. You know, I liked seeing Sabine fighting and then fighting Shin at the end. That was a great way to end it. You know, it's just then the way that it happened, I was like, oh, come on. And then it depended on how they played it out in episode 2, and then they played it out the wrong way, in my opinion. They didn't quite bring it up correctly and deal with it correctly.
Right.
That's okay, because I can delete that. If I delete that, everything else was great. I probably would give it more like a 5 out of 5, 4.5, 5 out of 5.
And what would have made that scene better was if she would have got her hand chopped off. I'm just saying that is poetry, and it makes more sense. Like
Yeah.
she's hurt, but she's not going to die, so you don't have to explain that. Plus, she's a tinkerer, man. She's a tinkerer. She's going to
a
upgrade her
Mandalorian, yeah.
arm. It's going to be even better. She's going to have so many gadgets and stuff like that. She's the smartest person ever, apparently. So it's like, yeah, why
I was
didn't you just do
questioning
that?
that.
Come on. That would have made so much more sense. But I feel like Dave was like, no, it's too on the nose. I can't do that. You know, I don't know. But it was, I think that would have been better. I think that would have fixed that. We would not have been nearly as upset. We'd have been like,
Yeah.
oh, snap. Shin means business. Like,
Yeah.
and that you didn't have to pull the fake
No
death
mercy,
thing again.
son.
You didn't have to pull a Reva to do it.
Right. It didn't need a fake death to end it. But Ellie, Blair's taking off. Thanks for jumping in.
Thanks for jumping in,
Yeah, I
Ellie.
really appreciate
Hope
it.
you can watch back later.
Yeah,
watch
check
back
it out
if you
later.
can.
Yep. Yep.
And thank you to everybody who's watching right now. Later, this is a live.
Wow.
This is a live stream, of course, but we appreciate everybody who jumps in and watches later. And let us know in the comments what you think. Don't forget to hit a like.
And don't let any of our negative thoughts
We're gonna get positive, and we're still balancing it
distress
out.
you if you loved that thing, right? Like if you say something that you hated and I loved that thing, you love that thing till your death, right? And if I say something negative on something that you loved, this is how we go, right? We can say our own thoughts here. Everybody's fair to say, and not like we're not judging you. We're
Right,
like, oh,
no.
you're wrong completely. We
No,
joke
no,
about
no,
that,
yeah.
Maybe.
but everybody has their opinion. Like Matt didn't like the loath cat. I didn't mind the loath cat. You know,
Yeah,
for me, I didn't like the stab. Other people were like, it makes sense. You got medical attention. It's all good.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
Dustin didn't like some of the slowness of Ahsoka,
Yeah,
and maybe
okay.
others of you were like, she was perfect. It was the perfect Ahsoka. You know,
Right.
so it's subjective. This is not like
Oh, for sure.
a hard and fast objective. There's
Right.
no way to put that on art. You know,
Right,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, we respect everybody's opinions.
Absolutely. I definitely, though, did not like the creepy droid legs coming down from the ceiling
Oh
in the
man,
background. I was like, is that a spider at first? Oh,
Yeah.
that's just too...
That freaked you out.
That's triggering.
that's so.
I watched it
That
back a
was
second
scary.
time, that scene, and I was like, actually, it's clever. What more clever the way they shot that episode or that
Yeah.
scene the
Yeah.
second
It
time.
was sneaky. So, yeah, the visuals, again, were
Yeah.
good. But, ooh,
Yeah.
man, no.
So that's a pro there, I'd
Nightmare.
say. All right,
No,
real.
it's not.
No, I'm saying a
Oh,
pro
okay.
for the second for me, negative
I
for
see.
you,
Yes.
pro for me.
So we agree to disagree.
we,
Yes.
we even each other out.
There we
That's
go.
right.
I was just gonna say, okay, I want to get everybody's thoughts here real fast. What characters were the best for you guys, and what characters were the worst for you guys in this show so far? Matt, what do you think? Who's the real standout for you, and who really needs a lot of work?
I would say Balin.
He's a
Which
standout.
probably was
Oh, man,
standout.
he's good. Yes. What a good beard.
And thank you.
You look fantastic.
And
The loath cat.
Okay,
Needs some
more
work.
hate it. No,
We can come back. We can come back. if
Out
you
of
wanna
like
think
the
about it.
main character.
Out of the main,
Yeah, the main characters.
I got the. Yeah, come back.
All right, we'll come back to you. All right, Dan, what about you? Who's a standout and who needs work?
couple of
I'm gonna say it that
standouts,
way.
but you know, definitely Ray Stevenson.
Oh my
Balin
goodness.
was just awesome. Again, for me, all the dynamic of all of the villains together. Shin with Balin, but mostly because Balin anchored it. Morgan Elsbeth was fine in her shots with them together. They were an intimidating group.
Yeah.
And then the droids on top of it, and then Inquisitor Marok.
Yeah.
When they're all together, they're like a formidable foursome, and they're like making me nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I felt the weight. The dialogue didn't drag when they were together either. Like when they're talking,
No.
like they got a purpose. They know where they're going.
Yes.
They're not
Pacing was good
questioning.
there, yeah.
the
Yeah,
pacing
the pacing was spot on.
with them.
So like
Yeah.
that was amazing. And then I think Sabine probably as the good person was the standout star of the
Yeah.
heroes, the protagonists for sure.
Yep.
So everybody else, you know, I'm not saying Ahsoka was on the bottom end. Least favorite for me was probably Hera. Right.
Oh, for you? Okay.
I think Hera was maybe, and then she wasn't
That's
terrible.
kinda where I was gonna lean
She wasn't
to, but-
terrible either.
Okay. You feeling the same way? Hera
just-
was a little lackluster for you?
A little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was kind of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bottom of the barrel. Actually, that dude who played the Sabak hand was probably the worst.
He was probably the worst. Yeah, he was.
Because
everybody else-
unalived.
You know, it's
Yeah.
hard when you got a show of really good, you know, there's like 8 main characters going around right now.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot.
We haven't seen any of the other people.
There's definitely. What about you, fact checker?
I mean, favorite, was Balin, for sure.
What a
He's-
handsome, like captivating, rugged, just
Yeah.
that guy is a dreamboat.
Okay.
Oh man.
Okay. Wow, I wasn't
Silver
going there.
fox. Look at that guy.
It,
I hope I
Didn't know
can
you
beat
felt
him
this
one
way,
day.
Dustin.
it was just nice to see someone with the Force using the Force. I mean, yeah, he was doing it in bad ways, but it did remind me of Luke and how strong he was and
Yeah.
sensing things, or even Yoda,
Mhm.
or Qui-Gon. I don't know, all of them. But obviously, I hope he turns good or more
Yeah.
good than evil.
I think
More glitter.
ambiguousness of that character is what's fascinating.
That's
in
true.
some
It is
ways.
Yes.
very intriguing, the mystery. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the most mysterious part, I feel like, in
Yeah.
some ways, so far of what
For
we've
sure.
seen. And that's what's
Mhm.
intriguing. But it's also the fact that they're so, like, Shin looks like she's scared of everything, which is hilarious in some ways, but also kind of scary at the same time.
Yeah, she's like unhinged.
Yeah,
Yes,
unhinged.
yeah.
She looks like,
like
she
every
has
time
a
Balin-
demon in her.
What was that?
Looks like she has a demon possessing her.
She kind of does. Her
Yeah.
eyes are like, they're
so
like black, and you're
wide.
like,
Yeah.
oh, who's that lady?
Yeah, but I really did not.
What a catch, am I right, fellas?
Oh, boy.
Demons come out. Well, sorry. keep going.
For the person or actor or character that needs, I don't know, just be better. I agree with a lot of people in the chat. Morgan Elsbeth, I almost cannot stand her
Really?
at this point. And I know it's only been 2
Wow.
episodes, but there's just something about her that doesn't sit right with me.
Well,
and,
she was a witch, so
I
well,
will
that's
say-
part of it, but
Because I didn't necessarily not like her, but
Matt thought
That's
she was
fine.
cute.
no,
Hey, girl.
she looks like she'd be a witch.
Yeah, I
yeah,
believe-
Like
they
a
did
night
cast
sister.
her well
Yeah.
for that.
she's definitely a night sister. Yeah,
So I don't think it bothered me that much.
okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
that's
She
fine.
owns the role
She-
that she looks.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like,
yeah.
like you want to not like her, and it fits.
It's kind of more than that for me, but
Wow, fact checker getting
but
feisty.
I don't know. I don't know. Just she almost seems like she's overacting somehow.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
interesting.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
hmm.
That just-
Interesting.
Hey,
yeah,
everybody's got their
that's-
own takes. That's what's
A
interesting.
couple of
I didn't
people in
even
the
think about
chat
that.
agree with her. A lot of people
Okay.
did, and I kind of didn't mind it as much. But that's why we agree to disagree, or we
Yeah.
just have different opinions. We see it differently, you know. So that's
Mhm.
cool.
You
Yeah,
know,
thanks.
that was a great point. I had a crazy theory, and like because of the world between worlds, one of the things I thought was Shin, not Morgan Elsbeth at ours. Sorry, I'm taking a hard right. Swipe right.
Oh dear.
Oh, you
Uh,
said Shin was somebody.
I was gonna say the crazy theory with World Between Worlds is what if Shin Hati? I don't think it's actually true, but what if Shin Hati was pulled from like the World Between Worlds, but is actually Asajj Ventress from like a different timeline or like a different like if he would have got Asajj before she became like the dark side, because she technically was a Padawan, like a Jedi Padawan before things went south for her and then
Right.
she joined the dark side. What if it was that? I think the facial tattoos don't really line up with that. And technically Asajj is also a Night Sister, so I guess she would know more with Morgan. But I was like, that would be a crazy twist. What a twist!
Getting twisted.
But anyway, back to the topic on hand, though. For me, when it comes to standouts, definitely Hu Yang. I loved him. David Tennant is amazing. He played that role. He was doing a better job than Hera was on getting Sabine and Ahsoka back together. And he actually got a laugh out of me. Like, one of the only times I laughed was whenever he was kind of throwing some shade at Sabine, and it was hilarious when he's like, of all the Jedi younglings I've ever known, you would rank far below all of them when it comes to the Force. I was like, dang, Huang.
Dang.
You just threw some shade, and it was hilarious. I liked that.
Well,
And
you
David
and-
Tennant, I just love David Tennant.
You're
too.
on the
Like,
same train as Tayhawk for some reason.
Oh,
Wow,
whoa.
wow.
Well,
But-
she's got good taste.
That's
so.
right. So
Okay.
But then, and then Balin is the next for me. Both of those two characters, I mean, the gravitas, everything was just amazing. Of the mains, I would say Sabine is probably the standout when it comes to the girl power, girl bosses, and I say that how I mean it.
Yes. I understand.
But you know what? Honestly, for me, and I kind of hate to say it, but Ahsoka was the most painful for me to watch.
wow.
I hate to say that, and I don't want to throw shade at her. I love Ahsoka the character, but Hera actually grew on me more than Ahsoka did throughout this. It was like the way she was saying things. It was like trying to be wise. Like it was like somebody trying too hard to sound wise
Not
or
being
sound cool.
genuine.
And it felt very flat. Like
Mhm.
I get that they're
Flat.
leaning
That's
in-
a good word, actually.
it was just very
Yeah.
flat. There was not a lot of emotion. She definitely did some cool fighting and stuff like that, but the speech, the forced cattiness between her and Sabine, especially coming right off the end of Rebels, just didn't really feel like it fit. That was the thing.
I think what it is,
because
because
such a tough time with even her dialogue,
yeah,
her pacing of the dialogue. It was like we need less mature Gandalf, Ahsoka, and more snips thrown in there. We need a little bit of snips thrown in there.
A little
and I think it would sell it.
irresponsible. Little bit.
Yeah.
well, I think
This, little bit
you're
that.
exactly right, and I think it's partially intentional.
Yeah, which
but
that's a good point.
I
Yep.
think it is
Room
And
to grow.
I think there's room to grow, just like Snips did. Hannah says, I think Ahsoka is mentally breaking down, not going to lie.
It could be that
She's
as well.
dealing with some stuff. She's not sure. She's living in her ship. She doesn't talk to a lot of people.
That's a
the only
good
time
point.
she ever comes out of hiding is when there's like a super emergency, and she's failed with Ahsoka. She walked away. She said that. She walked or with Sabine. She walked away from Sabine. She walked away
Yeah.
from
But
Anakin.
for reasons.
For reasons.
Yeah,
Which I hope they
Yeah.
get into that because
would be
right now
nice.
it's kind of
But I
like,
think-
okay, you gonna explain this?
I'm just thinking, like, let's go outside of the show. Like, Rosario Dawson loves Ahsoka so much.
Yeah.
Do you think she loves dry, boring Ahsoka? I don't think so. I think the reason that Rosario
Yeah.
Dawson wanted to be fan casted is because she kind of has that natural personality of being bubbly, friendly, joking, like encouraging people. So I think it's harder for her to act like this opposite Sabine, like act mad at Sabine. Because naturally, when they do bond in the next couple episodes,
It's gonna
and
be
the rest,
a lot more believable.
I think it's going to be all of a
Okay.
sudden Ahsoka's going to come out of her shell. But as a result, I think it just didn't portray correctly to launch the show, like you're saying.
Right.
So you're right. You're not wrong. You're 100% right. It was like one note, and I don't want my hero, my protagonist, to be one note.
Yeah.
I want her to have dimension. I want to see her cry. I want to see her laugh. I want to see her smile. I want her to be serious and angry. And I've seen so many of these protagonists like be one like flat. They're just one tone.
Yeah.
I'm done with that. I like if the protagonist, the namesake of the show.
Yeah.
Some people argue that Mando was a little like that in Mando season 3.
I would
didn't
argue
quite
that
have
Mando
enough.
showed more emotion than Ahsoka did.
I mean,
in,
maybe under the helmet.
Under the helmet.
Yeah, right. But you know what I'm saying? Like, and
Yeah.
then on top of the fact that she's a little bit of a passenger through this show, like
Yeah,
they didn't give
what-
her a
what is
lot
that
to do.
about Disney and
So-
all these shows? Like even Andor, it's funny because we say Andor is the main character, but he didn't really feel like the main character. It was more like Andor's there and everything's happening around Andor. It's
He's
not like
just
Andor really
there
had.
at
That
the
was actually a
moment.
negative I have of Andor. It was almost like he's not exactly the catalyst. It's everybody around him in some ways that we're learning about. He is, but he isn't. And it felt like the same way with Mando in season 3. It was like, all right, Mando's in this, but we're learning. He's just the vehicle to get us to all these other characters that we really care about,
Yeah.
in some ways. That's what it feels like. And even Ahsoka, it was like, yes, we started off with her and stuff like that, but it felt a lot more like Sabine's show. And maybe it's just
Yeah.
the first 2 episodes.
Because they
Yeah.
killed her.
Granted.
I mean, they didn't, but they did.
Yeah, exactly.
But they did come together in the end, and
Yeah.
I feel like that was the whole goal of the 2 episodes, just to get to that 2-second clip in the ship as they're flying off.
Yeah.
They're they're back to Master and Apprentice, and
Yeah.
and that's fine.
Yeah.
But I don't know, 2 hours maybe could have been spent a little bit differently.
They
I
filled-
liked it though.
Is that what they filled the gap between Rebels and where we are? Like, it,
Well,
like
yes,
it
yeah.
kind of filled up time because I'm like, when does this take
Yep.
place? Is this? We kind of finally figured out that it ends in the second episode right when Rebels left off. So this is all kind of the tumultuous time that they had a little bit of trouble, right, leading up to that, which makes some sense. And now it's time for them to really launch Rebel season 5.
Yeah,
Find Ezra, find Thrawn.
It felt forced though in a lot of ways. That's the
Okay.
thing. That's the thing. It did not feel like a natural progression. And I know they're alluding and they are going to, Dave Filoni's going to explain why that happened, hopefully. If they don't, then we got bigger problems. But that cattiness just felt so forced to me. That was the problem. And that's why it didn't almost like, especially with how Rebels ends, like it's so hopeful. It's so like we're off to a new start.
Yeah.
And
we kind of went back.
it felt like we took like 2 steps backwards, and I don't know. It just didn't feel like it lined up. And that's one other negative I want to say is episode 2 at the very end. Basically, where is her staff? Is that the same scene?
Yeah, you were like really passionate. We went and watched it.
It's bugging me, man. It bugs me. I know it's a silly gripe, but Dave Filoni, I mean, come on. It's like moving Kylo Ren's scar. Like
Yeah,
what?
right.
I mean, okay, I guess, but Why? Just throw it. Like, it's not that hard to throw in a staff. Even if it's just like unless it's a different time, unless that scene isn't actually the scene, although it's dang close, or it's going to be a world between worlds scene where that same scene happens again, and it's like a do-over.
Like Groundhog's Day.
It could be, but why? Do that?
I mean,
Right.
we're hopefully going to find out.
I still have faith in Filoni, right?
It's not that big of a
Yeah,
deal. Okay, I'm making it sound like a bigger deal than it is.
but
it's
it
still
caught your
like,
eye because you're waiting for the other
Canon,
shoe to
man.
drop.
Keep canon. Yeah.
You're waiting for the other shoe to drop.
I'm waiting for the other shoe.
I liked what Ninjaneer said earlier. He was on the same train with me, but Secret Songs 20 actually, and Ninjaneer. But Secret Songs 20 said Ahsoka needs to hear Anakin say it wasn't her fault,
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
and maybe that'll change how she sees things. She's gonna have some emotion. I think she's gonna cry it out. I think she's gonna,
All right, let's get into another aspect of this. What did you guys think about the action, like the actual fighting? Because there was a lot of lightsaber duels in this so far, and I did, again, they were good, not great. I'll tell you my favorite one was the fight between Ahsoka and Marok or whatever.
Yeah.
That was definitely my
Marok.
favorite. Marok.
yes.
That was my favorite fight scene of all of them. But I still enjoyed the rest of them for the most part, other than the stabbing. What about you guys?
yeah.
Matt, give it to
Matt,
me,
please.
man. What do you think about that fight scene? What about that cat fight between Shin and Sabine?
Yeah, I don't know.
You didn't love it.
Then I don't know.
Well, the ending kind of ruins it, but try not to think
Yeah.
about the stabbing and try and think about like the choreography and them fighting. It was cool to see Sabine with the lightsaber. I'll say
Yeah,
that.
she's a little rusty.
She definitely was rusty, and you could see that.
I prefer. Yes.
Okay.
Do not come at him
Okay.
about this.
Well, she was just going for attacks. Like she was.
Felt like Shin was just playing with her.
Yeah.
toying with her, and she was kind of. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is
Oh,
here.
did you say
but-
Sabine and Shin?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said Ahsoka. Sorry. Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I agree. Sabine.
Okay.
Kirsten Allen said something I completely agree with. The duel between Marok and Ahsoka was Marok. Sorry, okay. And Ahsoka was so good, but when he was running through the gunshots, it was so Power Rangers. I completely agree with that. She said it felt like it could have been practical more. Yes, I completely agree. I noticed that even in the trailer, whenever Ahsoka was like running, it looked very silly to me. Whenever they were running through the blasters, and it was like it had no meaning, and they didn't change their trajectory at all. It wasn't like it meant nothing because they went right past both of them. So I was like, "What?" Well, that definitely felt Power Ranger. Okay, I'm sorry. Back to you, Matt. What were you saying? You have more to say about that?
I don't know. I just thought the fight scene at the beginning of the episode 1 was a lot better than.
Oh, you mean with
Sabine's,
Ahsoka.
yeah.
with Ahsoka fighting those droids? That one
That
was good,
and
actually.
also the
The Balin and Shin.
Balin.
Yeah, that was more like Vader just wrecking shop in
Yeah.
a lot of ways.
Mhm.
That was cool to see. I thought it was going to be a little bit more scary, though. They didn't make it feel like the Vader hallway scene,
'cause
which
I
I was kind of hoping they would, but I
They don't-
understand because they're more
Yeah.
like in the middle.
Yes, exactly.
In the
And
middle?
that guy was an idiot. The
Captain. Yeah,
Captain,
for
yeah.
sure. But even when they were fighting all the other forces,
Mhm.
it's like they need to start training troops on how to handle, like,
Mhm.
if you encounter a Sith or a dark Jedi, here's what you do, like 101, because I mean that just
Yeah.
wrecks shop.
I
I
think
mean,
they just didn't think they were out there.
that's true. That's a good point. There
So-
were not very many of
Yeah,
them. So,
yeah, they tricked them.
but don't let them on your ship. You
I
dumb
know,
dumb.
I know. Call their bluff.
Yeah, tell them their bluff away from the ship, where you
Mhm.
have the complete advantage of blowing them out of the space.
Yeah.
I was like, not sky, space. I glitched out there for a second.
Yep.
All right, what about you, Dan, and fact checker on the favorite
action?
fights? Yeah, action.
Yeah, I think Sabine was supposed to lose that first fight because she's rusty,
Yeah.
because now we can see her get trained and get better, but
Right.
Well, and wear her Beskar, wear her suit.
yep,
basically.
exactly. That
Yeah.
makes me annoyed. Like she owned those droids. Everybody was saying in the chat, she destroyed the droids. Like they didn't stand a chance. And I
No.
liked that fighting.
That was good.
The saber fighting was a little wonky, but I mean, I would probably get destroyed too, And so it didn't look fluid. It's like, when you're playing a game or a sport as a really talented athlete against somebody that's a beginner or like a novice. It does, like, you watch that go, you're like, this doesn't even look like it's natural, But you watch two formidable, like, highly trained people go at it in fencing, let's just say.
Right, you can tell.
It's like it's a song, it's a dance, and it actually flows a little bit,
and it's a chess match.
And so for that reason, I can give a little bit of grace to the first fight. I thought Marok and Ahsoka was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because I like seeing Marok.
He looked good, man. He looked solid.
It was
It
just
was a
too
little
short.
stiff. She was a little stiff.
It was too short.
I think she moves a little slow.
Well, she's how old is she?
I don't
She's
know.
like 43 years old. Not
You know,
that-
but I feel like she did all the action. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
there's a stunt double, except for maybe one of the running scenes. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she did it. There was one where she was running super fast, and all of a sudden she slowed
It looked really
down.
silly to me. To be
I was like, I
honest.
think she was barely like trickle jogging.
Yeah. The running was
Tiptoeing.
definitely not a highlight.
Mrs.
What she needs to do is go get some running training from the best runner of all time in movies,
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Oh, her Forrest Gump. Yes.
I thought you were going to say
Forrest Gump.
the chasing
Run,
Leia.
Forrest. Run, Soka. Run. Sorry, keep going. Fact
Mrs.
checker.
Manrique said Marok looks skinny. What were we saying, fact checker?
Oh no, I was joking about the running that they should take lessons from the people in Chasing Leia and Obi-Wan.
Oh no, that's what it felt like. That's the problem.
I know.
Definitely don't. Why did you have to remind us of Obi-Wan again, fact checker?
Well, I
Really?
think that's what set you guys to look at the running in this show because you hated it so
Oh
much.
my
in
gosh, that was
show.
the worst thing
So you're
ever.
triggered by running now.
Where's
unless it's Tom
Triggered?
Cruise.
Bring-
And where's Nick when we need him?
know.
Kirsten reminded us Ahsoka needs to get sweaty with it.
Yes, Ahsoka needs to get sweaty with it.
Yeah,
Oh,
Kirsten
And
she
then
nailed
knows.
run, Force, run.
Yes, run,
Yeah.
Forrest, run.
An engineer wants to see Tom Cruise as the Jedi or Sith.
Dude, that would be
Yeah.
epic,
That'd
dude.
be amazing.
Make him like a. Oh,
I couldn't see him in Star
yeah,
Wars.
I know. It'd be very silly, but it could
Yeah.
also be very epic. I'm just saying. If they play their cards right, it could be amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah, Pork Chop 25.
What's up,
jumped in
Pork
the
Chop
chat,
25?
Recently and said about Hera. She had a Karen moment with seeing where that hyperdrive was going when she saying where's that hyperdrive going? Remember that when she was like, "Where's that hyperdrive going?"
Oh yeah,
She's like,
yeah.
"I'm a whatever." She was kind of bossing
yeah.
people around a
You
little
want to
bit.
bet? You know.
Yeah, it was kind of a little
It
like
was very girl boss. There's a lot of girl
Throwing her
bosses
weight
in this
around a
one.
little
It was
bit.
a little much for me.
yeah.
And and the villains for the most part were old white dudes. I'm just gonna say that, kind of silly. Okay, kind of silly,
Yeah.
Kind of silly.
and they died.
Yeah.
Just very quickly.
But
So Tayhawk had a good quick take. Yeah, Ahsoka taking out the droids was cool. Totally reminiscent of Clone Wars show. More cleverness like that, please. But please stop showing her running. It looks awkward every
Yeah.
time. Yep.
for sure. I will say in the beginning, it felt like a video game straight from like Jedi Survivor. Whenever she's got to solve all the puzzles.
With
I did-
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it was Indiana. It felt like, okay, it was a mix of Indiana Jones, Jedi Survivor, and Fifth Element. Because the thing that came out looked just like the movie Fifth Element. If you've ever seen that movie, it's a good movie, actually. I really
Well,
like
and
that movie.
Shin, I think, looks like the
Go
girl
on, my man.
from Fifth Element, right? Am I thinking?
Yeah,
of the
she
right-
kind of does.
the
It's
red
a
hair,
similar
though?
hairstyle. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
but red
but
hair.
white.
It's almost like they pulled some.
Interesting.
You could definitely see a lot of influences. Also, I will say, somebody else when we were watching the show said, what was the reference? It was Treasure Planet.
Treasure
Oh,
Planet.
That
yeah,
orb that she gets, the map is
Mhm.
one Hondo Treasure Planet. If you've never seen that movie, it is a fantastic movie. It's also a Disney movie, so they're technically stealing from themselves, which is okay, I guess.
Is that the Muppets?
No,
Oh.
not the Muppet. There is
That's
Muppet Treasure Island,
Treasure
and
Island.
that is an amazing movie as
Okay.
well.
That's
Okay,
got a
that's
lot
all
of
I thought
memorable
you guys
lines.
were talking about.
The big blue wedding.
Okay, sorry, off target. Dang it.
We got Cabin
You're good.
Fever.
That was hilarious.
Let's not go down that
Oh,
road.
no, sorry.
That is an amazing one.
Yeah.
Blitz me, blind Pierre.
There's a lot of.
I see you, Billy. Okay, if Nick were here, he'd be saying literally all these lines, and it'd be way better. All right, yeah, there's a lot more to get into, though. Let's see what else you guys want to touch upon. Anything we're missing? We got to get to positives. All right, so
no, yeah, please.
we definitely
yeah.
have touched on a lot of negatives, and we've even balanced those out. To be fair, I'm just saying.
We're calling our own negatives out.
We're calling our own negatives out, and we're building up this show to be better than what we think it is. No, I'm just
like we're making reasons because we want the show to be massively successful.
We
And
do.
I think a lot of people watched it. I don't know
Yeah,
if the
Bismo
ratings.
said, the ratings were 94% positive. So
Okay.
that's pretty good.
I think, and I
That's
think a
good.
lot of that is though.
It's too high.
I feel like a lot of that though is just because people know that this is the last hope in a lot of ways, and people like Dave Filoni and people like Rebels. So
I mean, yeah, but that all plays into it. Like I love Dave Filoni, so I'm
But
not gonna trash it, even if I think it's the worst thing ever, because I just want to know why he did these decisions. If he can explain himself, on certain things, because nobody thinks about this stuff more than Filoni. He eats, sleeps, and breathes Ahsoka, the Rebels show,
Rebels group, all its own
Clone Wars.
characters. Yeah.
Like that is his Star Wars universe, and he can weave in OG characters.
Was some of it what we feared, the Disney influence with selling the merch? So they had the orb, so the new map thing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Which might be we don't know, but maybe a new toy or something.
That's true.
Building
I'm
your
curious.
lightsaber is something you can do in Galaxy's Edge, and there was a lot of the lightsaber stuff.
well, because of Hu Yang, I can't say that
Is-
word right.
yeah.
Huang? Is it
He was
Huang?
the guy who helped build the lightsabers, correct? For
Yeah.
the Padawans?
Lightsabers.
And he's been doing it. He
Yeah.
said for like 3,000 years.
Well,
Yeah.
he's
or he's got a database at least of 3,000 years of lightsaber making.
was he supposed to be the same one that was in?
Yes, the
Yeah.
Clone
Clone
Wars.
Wars,
Yeah,
okay.
that's him. Because it was voiced by David. Both of them were voiced by David Tennant. Unless there's certain iterations, like they might change them out and then just get their memory banks.
Right.
But that was also what was so cool because it was touching on like a lot of lore there. Like that character goes way back.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
All of that world building stuff is cool.
Yeah, it is really cool.
And that's a huge positive of Dave Filoni
And- yeah.
and connecting things.
And to your point, Dan, we got to reserve a lot of judgment till the end of the season, okay? Because you can't, if we know Dave Filoni and we know where Ahsoka started to where she ended, we got to take this with a grain of salt in some ways because he could be setting us up, like you said, for success, and we just got to give it the time it needs to get there. So that's why I feel like a lot of people are still positive because they still have faith and hope in Dave Filoni and that he's going to deliver. He's going to deliver. And I do think he's going to deliver. I just hope it's to the degree that we all hope it's going to be.
He's getting his feet wet. He's getting settled in as it were.
Yeah, definitely. So those are some positives for sure.
Yeah, Kirsten Allen asked, "What about a Chopper and AP5 filler episode?"
Oh yeah, the Chopper film. Yeah, I also saw Hunter in there say, "Yeah, that's a good one. That's a funny episode."
And
But,
Chopper was amazing.
but yeah-
Chopper might have been one of my favorites. The little that we
Yes.
got him, he was every time he was on. Just bring Chopper in the middle of his awkward conversations. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's Rebels.
Seriously,
People arguing, and then Chopper does something stupid.
that would have been perfect, even with Ahsoka, because that would have actually given Ahsoka
It gives you
some
something
emotion.
to
She could
bounce
actually
off
looked at
of.
him and give him like the side eye, like she was really good at doing for
Exactly.
Anakin.
It lightens up the mood, right? And Rebels always lighten the mood. You had Ezra that would say something, or Zeb. They'd always snark off or something like that. And it's hard with these girls and the people that are in the show right now because it's not like anybody to they're all just downtrodden right now, and nobody's there to balance it. Chopper's there; he's just not there when they needed him. And that's what I think we missed a little bit of levity. There were a few
Yes.
funny parts, but
he was perfect.
But he was hilarious. He's just throwing his
Perfect.
arms around and
And-
just give me more of that,
Yeah.
please.
And the funny thing too is like you could definitely tell he was saying like more so than ever. I feel like
Well, yeah, I thought it was funny. We had the captions on, and the captions just kept saying "droid chirping" or something.
yeah.
Whereas, like,
You
so
could
I
definitely
kept
hear
reading
dialogue.
that, and then it would click in my mind that no,
Did you go
he
through my stuff?
Said words, yeah.
No, I didn't go through your stuff, Chopper. You definitely went through my stuff. I was like,
Yeah.
his lines were like just like that. I loved it.
I was like a little kid. Or
Yeah.
just
And then she's like,
sassy.
"Did you look under that thing?" He's like, "What?" Oh, it was really funny. I really
It
like
was
that.
amazing.
Yeah, I definitely needed more,
Definitely need more Chopper.
and hopefully we will.
Yeah.
Right? He's
We-
tracking it.
We did not see Jason though. I felt like Jason Sindula.
Because
You think Jason's still going to show up in this? I mean, we've talked about it. We speculated yesterday. I think there's definitely a real possibility that he's going to show up in this. Hera's son.
hopefully. Probably.
It just might be a little too early.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
There's definitely a lot. There's and we did have a theory though yesterday talking about Marok possibly being one of the kids from that Clone Wars episode with Huang. What? How do you say it, man?
Put me on a spot like
Oh,
that.
sorry. Well,
Huang.
you said it, yeah,
Huang.
Huang. Because Ahsoka was there and she was helping them, and it was, what was the name of that kid? Shoot, fact checker, you got the name of the kid. Petro was the name of that kid. And it could be a similar build. I feel like that would be in a more emotional sequence, especially if she kills Marok, and it ends up being Petro, a child. That could take her over the edge. That could be a mental breakdown for Ahsoka.
No, they can't do that.
I don't know. I'm just saying. And then maybe Luke's gonna have to show up, give her a little hug,
I don't know.
and then
Let's
Anakin's
see.
Oh, you
gonna
want
have
Luke
to show up
Ahsoka?
there.
Oh man. Oh yikes.
All right.
No, but what I mean, Shin. I like the Balin Shin communication the talk that they
Yeah.
had with the Jedi Order, and they were discussing, right? Weren't they a little bit?
Yeah. Well, and
Um,
how she, Morgan Elsbeth was saying sentimental.
Yeah, right. And he said it's true or truth or whatever.
Yeah.
I love that line because he's standing by. He's like, it'd be sad for her to die. There's not very many of us left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Balin gonna turn
Be a
good?
shame. Yeah.
Is Balin gonna help or is he gonna just be kind of in the middle?
Does Balin know Luke?
Whatever Balin
Yeah.
does, what does Balin gonna see Luke? That would be amazing.
That would be super cool,
Grogu?
actually.
Or Grogu. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Grogu,
Oh,
but
yeah.
if the timing worked,
Timing is everything, Gary.
Balin probably knows of Grogu. Maybe.
I just had a thought and a reason why they're so cool. Because they're the morally ambiguous characters. They're basically Boba Fett from the original trilogy. Everybody thinks Boba Fett's
yeah.
awesome because they're just guns for hire. They're morally ambiguous. They're just doing a job and looking awesome doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes sense.
Taking
It
care
does,
of
so
business.
We got
Fucking
Boba back.
That's it. Okay, we're not going any further.
That's all you get.
That's all you get, baby.
But
Yeah.
we got Boba back. Boba Balin.
Boba Balin.
Boba
baby.
Balin.
Boba Balin, baby. Busy Biz, Balin, Bobas. Boba Tea, Boba Fett.
What?
Wow.
What were you going to
Yeah.
say? Fact checker?
But just about I liked Balin and Shin's talk, and like they seem to have like secret plots like that they're talking about in the background, because
Yeah.
he'll just say, yeah, you go to Corellia, and Shin knows exactly what
I like that you brought up Corellia.
he needs to do. Okay, go ahead.
No, you finish your
Oh
point.
no.
That was a
I
cool
gonna-
planet that they went to.
Although I will say they mentioned nothing of Han Solo, which was a disappointment to me because Han Solo is from Corellia, and why not?
But Han Solo
I guess
never
it really
showed up
fit,
in
but-
Rebels, did he?
No,
We
he
got
did not.
Lando. We got
Leia.
Leia.
Yep.
We got.
But you found out the hard way. I'm just joking.
I knew that she was there. I just couldn't think of it. You know,
Right.
when you need that,
It's tough when you're
last
live.
Yeah, so it's true. And V Stuff and Things is here, by the way. She
What's up,
loved.
V?
She loved Chopper. She loved
Yes.
Balin, Shin, and Marok. We did too.
Yeah.
We're on the same page. Those were just standouts. I'm so excited. I'm so glad that they didn't kill off Marok out of
Yeah, I
the
don't-
gate.
I don't think
Yeah.
yet. Who do you think he is? Even now, it's still like.
Yeah, I know.
Who
I
do
know.
you think?
I'm
I
gonna
feel
ask
like
this
now.
every episode.
Well, on that line, Inyaki's here, and he said
what's
waiting
up?
for Marok to have voice lines.
I
Yeah,
know,
that
like
would
the
help.
mystery.
Yeah, it would help to analyze. It's probably gonna have a voice distorter.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
in the mask.
probably.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it just adds to the mystery, you know. Even if they kill him, then you're like, well, who was he? You know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
that's gonna be
Scooby-Doo.
more disappointing if they don't give us an answer now.
Who's behind the mask? And
will.
Scooby Doo, right? I mean,
Scooby-Doo.
we got to know the villain. JQ said, interesting to point out Ahsoka taking Sabine as a Padawan and Din taking Grogu being a Mandalorian, which is an interesting in Star Wars history of starting a whole new generation of Mando Jedi.
We did it first. I'm just saying.
We did it
definitely
first.
Did do it first in our fan films. Go and watch it and look at the timestamps. We
Before
definitely did it
Rebels,
first.
yeah.
Before Rebels, even.
Mhm.
Just saying. Come on, Disney, where you at?
Timestamps.
We got ideas. We got money. No,
Yeah.
we don't got money.
We need your money.
We need your money. We got ideas.
So V said, "What if Marok is mute?" And then Hannah said, well, Marok is a male for sure.
Definitely.
Amidst the fight, you can tell it's a male build when Hondo. And
Yeah, Hondo,
Mrs.
baby.
Manrique, what if Marok is blind? What if he's deaf? I don't know. A lot of theories.
There's a lot of theories. Like Kanan was a great theory. That was Miss Manrique, right? Who said that?
I think so.
I think
Yeah,
it was Miss Manrique
I
that
got-
said that was. I mean, I have it written down
Kanan
somewhere.
embodied, come back from the dead kind of thing.
Yeah, that
And
that
then
would be epic.
I
the
think-
engineer said Marok equals Ezra. I'm calling it right meow.
Right
Right
now.
now, yes. I do that to my kids all the time. They're like, "Dad, you just said meow." I'm like, "No, I didn't. I said right now." They're like, "No, you said meow." And I was like, "Okay, kids, do it right now." And they're like, "You did it again, Dad." It's hilarious. Anyway, sorry.
Night Sky, he's definitely man. Now I want to know what they're going to do with Barris. You can't say you have plans for her and never do the plans.
That's a good point.
Come on, bring
it. Yeah, the ascendancy, calling it out.
Yeah, the thing is though, we know like that. What do you guys think of the Eye of Sion? Wasn't it the Eye? It was Eye of Sauron, but the
I have Scion.
Scion.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of that, baby?
It was interesting. That's where I have a lot of questions. I think
Yeah.
Bismo had a video on that. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Speaking
watch
of
that.
not outer rim or outer,
Galaxy.
but it was like another galaxy. It's
yeah,
not-
that's
not the-
crazy.
Yeah.
That's a big step because jumping
bomb.
galaxies is not an easy feat, obviously, because that's why they had to build that. And Scion is technically I think an Old Republic character that was basically unkillable. Like you couldn't kill the guy. Like he was like a Sith Lord. Scion
Oh.
is a character. It's like
There's
Darth. I'm pretty sure there's a Darth Scion from like along this. Check it, fact check
I'm going
it.
to fact check
it.
that.
See, it's his Old Republic character that's like unkillable, invincible is what I should be
Inkillivance.
say.
Okay, the Lord of Pain
The Lord of
Yikes.
Pain.
Wow.
Yes.
was.
Why else would they call that Eye of Sion?
I don't know.
They be bringing the pain, baby.
Is
They're gonna
that-
get
Is that what
Thrawn.
they're saying Thrawn is? Yeah, he's now the
Right.
new Darth Scion.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Yeesh.
Well, and obviously we know it's not a spoiler. We're gonna see Thrawn. They show him in the trailer, so obviously their mission is successful. We know
Mhm.
that
To an extent.
to an extent.
Okay, we've got the Roll Twins bringing the info.
Bringing the facts, baby.
So yeah, Hannah said Darth Scion couldn't die unless convinced. The apprentice of Darth Krea.
Where is that?
Kreia.
Yeah.
Kreia.
Kreia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then
oh,
go ahead.
Oh, Night Sky said Scion is from Coder 2, who was held together by the Force and could only die if it was willing.
Basically, if they willed it to
Yeah.
happen, but otherwise they couldn't die.
Oh yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
Mhm.
That's a deep cut. Like we all just for me, I just went straight to like Sauron because I was thinking Lord of the Rings. But Scion, that's a whole nother aspect. Like, are they going Old Republic on us potentially?
Yeah.
That brings in a whole. What if that other galaxy potentially is the Old Republic? Like, I don't know.
Wow.
There could be a lot of things that they're going into. Introducing an entire new galaxy into Star
Yeah.
Wars, that's big. Like,
that's a whole new species.
the possibilities are
Yeah.
endless at that point. Like, you
Mhm.
can, and that could be a totally new thing.
and
Well, did-
only the Purgles and this ship can
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah. Also, whenever Balin was on the planet, that planet they were on with all the red trees,
Yeah.
when he looks up, I didn't notice it. Actually, my wife did. She said, "Was that the sound of a space whale, a Purgle?" And I think it might have been. If
Interesting.
you rewatch that scene where he looks up to the sky, and you're like, "Why is they showing him just looking up to the sky?" There's a sound in there
Oh.
that sounds like a Purgle. So you're like,
Interesting.
I don't know what that means, but it was interesting.
Mhm.
But
Yep.
yes,
And that people don't want time travel, they're saying.
Yeah, or V
there's
said,
definitely gonna be
imagine
time
a
travel.
Star Wars multiverse. Is that where we're
Yep.
heading?
we could be. We
I
could
don't
be.
know. It's too similar to Marvel.
It's
and all
dangerous.
that.
It's
Yeah.
a
dangerous.
dangerous game they're playing.
But
if
didn't
they do that.
Elsbeth said she heard Thrawn speaking to her, and then
Yeah,
Balin
across
was like
time.
across
Space
space
and-
and time.
What?
Yeah.
Then they're hinting at a world between worlds, or they're hinting at some
Yeah,
type of.
something?
Did he jump him to World Between Worlds location with the Purgle, and then like jump from there, to like a different place?
right?
Or I don't know what Ezra did. You don't get. I like how they leaned into Ezra a little bit though, because like obviously people that never watched Rebels are like, why do you keep talking about Ezra? Who's this Ezra guy?
Right.
Why are they talking about Thrawn? Who's this Thrawn guy?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I actually didn't feel like they did a good enough job explaining to new viewers that have not watched Rebels or Clone Wars
Right.
who these characters are. Like I really don't feel like they did a good job hooking people with that.
Like they never mentioned Kanan. They never mentioned her son, like Hera.
Right. Or
You know.
why are these characters important to us? That's the other thing.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
what are these characters' motivations in some ways?
Yeah.
I don't really feel like they did a great job explaining that.
Yeah.
Right. It's confusing because most people that are watching the show are fans of Star Wars and
Right.
they know they've
Yeah.
at least seen Clone Wars and
Right, for
probably
sure.
Rebels, you know, but
For sure.
other people now are just, they like Mando, they like Disney Plus, they like the new era of Star Wars, and they're just like, oh, it's Ahsoka. Who's this? I
Right.
never watched it when it was on Disney XD. I was 4, you know, or whatever. There's an era now that people hadn't seen that, so it's hard to balance like over explaining and not explaining for the rest of us that
Yeah.
know everything.
It is difficult. In some ways, it's treating your audience like they're smart. Like they
That's true.
and that they don't need everything like
Spoon-fed.
explained to them. But at the same time, show it. Don't necessarily say it. You still kind of can show it a little bit more. I felt like they
Mhm.
could have done a better job with that. But
Yeah.
yeah,
When
Did
I-
we? Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say we definitely touched on a lot of negatives. I think did we touch on any spoiler positives? Really, we
No,
kind of
we
balanced
have.
it out throughout the
Yeah.
whole thing.
No, yeah, no, it's all baked in together. You know, there's
Yeah.
we're like, question, why didn't they do this? Well, they did that, and it's just an open ended book. Night Sky said it earlier. It's just the first 2 episodes. We all, there's still a long way to go. And if it's
Mhm.
Filoni, we know he knows how to
Pack
do
a
this
lot
stuff.
in.
Yeah, there's.
I think it's just the growing pains of live action.
yeah for him. Yeah, agreed. Definitely.
Well, and for us too. I mean,
Yeah.
And seeing these characters, what was
Yeah.
the most jarring character for you to see live action in this? Like
The most-
coming from the Rebels to live
Most
action.
jarring.
Yeah, which one did not seem to fit the most, or which one did fit the most? I'd say Chopper fit the most.
Yeah, Chopper was perfect.
For me, it's like Chopper, Sabine. They were definitely like some of the best.
Yeah, they just
Then
transitioned.
I would
perfectly.
actually say, in some ways, I'd go Hera, even though I didn't think it was really like spot on.
because Hera was
it-
very
it-
human like.
Yeah, that one
Mhm.
to me,
And
she
motherly.
felt more
Motherly.
peppy than motherly, and like general, she felt a little bit more like, hey, like kind of like Karen, like more so than like motherly and like like she didn't have that commanding presence. I feel like that Hera did in the show in Rebels. But then after that, I'd say probably Ahsoka. But actually, the best one, other than is what's his name? I forgot.
Azrati, or
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that.
Azadi.
Azadi. He was
Azadi.
one of the best.
He was
tie-ins.
the perfect Mr.
Yeah.
Krabs himself, bro.
Do you guys agree with that list, or
Yeah.
would you change any of those?
I
thought-
Sabine last.
You put Sabine last, actually.
I mean, not Sabine. Hera.
Ahsoka.
Hera.
You
Oh,
put
Hera.
Hera last. You'd switch to Ahsoka and Hera.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Ahsoka's Leku are better.
they are
Yeah.
better. That's a good point.
Her
Plus,
costumes are
we've
good.
seen her live action, so it wasn't quite as jarring.
Yeah, that's true.
true.
That's true. Good
That's
call.
true. I thought Ezra did a great job.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Ah.
Oh, nice fact checker. Yeah,
Ezra did a good job.
Ezra. Other than the whole
Oh well, yeah, the
Sister.
friend zoning.
sister zone.
Sister Zone.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
Why you gotta do that, man?
I gotta do that,
They're
man.
just teasing it. They can't give it away until he gets back.
Yeah.
But
You
they bet.
really
I
know.
just really hope they're not like
I think they will.
if they don't give us
I
Ezra
know.
Bean, there will be riots in the street.
There will be riots in the streets. And V Stuff said Sabine did some really stupid things in the first episode, but Hunter says
Definitely.
Sabine was great. That girl did a good job.
Right.
Night Sky Sabine up top. Honestly, the Loth Cat was the most jarring because Rebels show them as a
Oh.
lot rounder, but I still really like him.
That's what I'm
Oh.
saying, bro.
There you go. So Hunter and Night Sky are on the same page there. Hannah Sabine is the best. Hunter says Hera is most jarring. Skylark Hera is most jarring. Ninjaneers just laughed at us. No, I'm kidding. Ezra's
Just
already
laughed.
back. He's Merrick. What are you
Yes.
talking about? He laughed.
I still think that would be a great point.
That would be fascinating.
I love
Because
that.
then somebody said in the chat, why didn't I think it was Secret Song said why didn't Ahsoka sense it? Since
That's a
Yes,
good
I
point.
know,
however,
yeah.
there was a moment.
It was kind of a moment.
She looked
there.
up at the ship with Shin and Marok,
Yeah, and, she
was
kinda
like, there was a little bit of emotion or a little bit of discernment. There was something going on. you
yeah.
know? Why would she stare him down? Why would she even take time to do that? She sensed something. I think.
Yeah,
I don't know. We're not getting
I
a lot
don't-
of acting out of Ahsoka right
No,
now.
we're
That's
not.
giving us more layered. It's the same response to like I'm mad, I'm happy, I'm sad right now, but it all looks the same.
Right. I
I'm
liked
s-
the way he used the Inquisitor blade too. Whenever he threw it at her and then just
Distraction.
took off running.
Yeah, it
I
was
was
great.
like, yeah, that tracks. And then when he jumps on the ship and calls it back, and she's like,
You know who would have done that because he
Dude.
wasn't a very good duelist?
Ezra.
Ezra.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
not a very good duelist, so he would distract. He would,
Yeah,
use
and
the
he was
Force, would
fulfilling his
jump.
mission. It was more important to him to fulfill the mission than anything.
Yep, and he had a robot do the bidding, which he always used Chopper. So-
Yeah. That's a good point. I will say though, Ahsoka, did she have psychometry? There was
Yeah,
a
you
moment
said.
where she was like being Detective Ahsoka back at Sabine's place, and she was using the Force, and she was like remembering the scenes that was going on there, and they used the Force sound. And I was
No.
like, does she
Oh.
have psychometry now? I was like, are they just giving her every Force ability, or
I don't
unless it's a
know.
learnable trait? Because if you in Jedi Survivor, he can touch things, or there's spots where he can remember scenes that happened in the past.
Yeah, but she didn't.
But I thought
touch-
psychometry was a little bit more difficult than that. Not everybody just got it.
You would
but
think.
yeah,
But she didn't touch anything. I think she was replaying what she heard when she
From
was in the
Sabine.
hospital room from Sabine.
yeah,
And she was locked into Sabine's mind.
it just threw me off a little bit. Like
Hmm.
I don't have a problem with it necessarily.
Yeah, I
it
mean,
was
Mrs.
just
Manrique
like,
said we're in a time cage, so anything could happen.
yeah, true, a time cage.
And also,
Time
Mrs.
is the
Manrique
enemy.
said that the where'd it go? Crap. The Senator Jai Kell was the boy Ezra made friends with in the Empire
Oh, I
Academy.
didn't even realize
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Wow, good callback. That was a funny moment actually. The transition where he's like,
Yeah.
cover for me, and then he's like, what? And then he brings out, he's like, thank you for that warm welcome. It was like so awkward. and
that is
hilarious.
really cool, actually.
That was a
yeah,
I
good
that's-
thought he was from something.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, I didn't pick up on
I
that.
didn't know exactly what, but I thought
Good
he was
call.
in the past.
Nice.
Night
Yeah.
Sky. I was happy for Jai, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
cool.
Hannah said, or I'm sorry, Night Sky said, I think she has a sensitivity for force echoes, but not as good as
Okay.
Cal. So
Yeah,
that's
similar
what
to
you're talking
Cal.
about. Yeah.
Psychometry, which is also so does Quinlan Voss. He has psychometry where you can touch an object or sense an object and then like replay things that have happened with
Nice.
that object around or people who have touched it or something like that in the Force. It's just a really interesting like Force ability. And I have heard rumors that Ezra is going to have a completely new Force power coming from
I think
so-
it's called Lightning.
well, no, like, they're saying like something. Yeah, he's just
What
the
is
dark
Palpatine?
side. He's been
Aw.
chilling with
He's
Papa
been
Palps.
learning.
Oh, or playing with, or no, wait, we're different time from, I can't
I-
say the name.
No, I heard.
Ray.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, I
yeah.
heard. I saw a crazy rumor out there where people were like, "What if Ezra is Snoke?"
Oh, wow.
I was like, that
What
actually
if
could
it's just-
kind of
oh
work.
my
Not
goodness.
that I want it to.
Wow.
Also, I heard. I was thinking about like Sabine Wren. I was like, if she becomes a Jedi or Force ability, but not Force. Does she start the Knights of Ren from the sequel trilogy? I really hope they do not connect the sequel trilogy to this at all.
Oh,
I'm really
man,
hoping
it's
they
Disney.
don't,
I don't know.
But they might be trying to do that in some ways.
Well, there's a-
especially with the
Yeah.
Mandalorian season 3.
Those
I was like,
droids
what the
were kind of
poop?
like Knights of Renish.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Kind
kind
of
of
reminded us a little bit of that. Even the voices and such.
But it's
the voices.
It's Sabine Wren, WREN, and
Yeah.
Knights of Ren is just REN.
Yeah, I believe somebody could shorten it.
Hey, staff,
The
no
silent
staff.
letter.
You know.
Yeah, staff. Nothing really matters in canon at this point.
Oh my god.
If you're gonna have a staff and then not have a staff, I mean, what else?
If I'm gonna make
can
an
we
animated
change?
show and I'm gonna reshoot it shot for shot
Yeah.
for the sequel, I'm not gonna do the staff again. I
Yeah.
did it
How
once.
difficult was it for the staff?
Oh
I
my
mean, let's
goodness.
not use that staff again. We can't find one. We can't possibly make it. We don't have a good props department.
Right.
Props
Hey.
to you, props department.
Oh my goodness.
I like how you went more intense on that than I did.
I don't know. I just laid into
You
it.
just laid into it. I like it.
I mean,
like
it makes
where your head's
sense,
at.
you know. Like, hey, if I'm gonna be continuous, I might as well forget something.
Right.
I only wrote both of them.
I only wrote and shot both of them.
But then again, I can't remember what I had for breakfast. So
You know what he needed? He needed Sam Witwer there to remind him
that's true.
that she had the staff.
Well, he is there. He's Marach.
Also, the other weird thing is like in Ahsoka, the trailer, the font, there's the circle thing, and that's the same that's on her staff. So it feels, again, even more
It
like
comes
a
back to
missed
the circles.
opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Circles. We love circles, here
Circles.
at Stay on Target.
How many circles do you count in this image?
1,
Oh, wow.
2, 3. No, I'm
Oh
just
my goodness.
Just kidding. The engineer says time travel, hence possibility to prevent the sequels from ever happening. Ahsoka
I hope
sees
so.
what happens and says, heck no.
Heck no. Yes.
Ray Loser Skywalker needs to stay out of it, says Hunter.
And then Skylark said, "Where's the staff?"
Hashtag where's the
yeah.
staff?
Where's the staff?
Mr. Hermeek says, okay, Kyle.
Instead of Kylo.
Well, 'cause, yeah,
Carl.
Night Sky and Hannah were talking about.
Kylo.
Kylo
Kyle
Ren.
Ren.
Kyle.
Kyle Ren. It's like way
That's awesome.
less
Oh,
cool.
Skylark, good question. Where's her owl?
Yeah, that's a great point. Where's
Convor?
Mirai?
Mirai.
Convor.
Yeah.
Yep. Where's Mirai? I feel like Mirai shows up in more significant moments for Ahsoka's life. You know,
True.
like she showed up. Mirai showed up whenever after Order 66, when she buried all the clones and she dropped her lightsabers in the snow and was like, yo, I'm out. And that's like,
Peace.
yeah, that's where I feel like Mirai kind of shows up in those things. And then when she came back from War Between Worlds, Mirai was there again, which is basically the sister from the Mortis arc. But what do you guys think? Matt,
I think.
do you want to see some owls? Hoo, hoo.
I think it'd be cool to have them in there.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
Mirai.
I thought it was a cool pet, I guess.
Yeah,
to
like we
have.
talked about last week, question of the week. Favorite pet.
Favorite
Yours was
pet.
the Loth Wolf.
Oh yeah.
Why didn't we see any Loth Wolves?
Because Kanan hasn't shown up. We'll see Loth Wolves when Ezra shows up in Kanan.
Yeah. It would have been cooler if she rode the Loth Wolf like in and out of town.
Yeah.
Oh man, that reminds me of something. Okay.
Oh, you're talking about that scene, that extended action scene?
No, I'm talking about, well, maybe. I don't know what you're talking about. But no, her riding on the bike and the music.
Yeah.
Okay, you're
That's
talking
what I'm talking
about. Okay, sorry. Did you guys like the music or did you not like the music? I'm of two minds of it. I'm
Hey.
like, okay, yeah, she's a punk rocker, but at the same time, it felt a little jarring. What about you, Matt? What do you think?
I can't recall any of the music because music doesn't stick out to me like it does to you guys. So I don't remember.
Well, they
but
like started playing like a punk rock song.
I do vaguely remember that though. Yeah, I just can't.
Well, it wasn't punk
Think
rock.
of it.
It was like Japanese
I think
rock.
it was Twillick.
Twillick.
I want to say
Okay.
it sounded like Twillick language.
But you know what it was? Has anybody out there, this is going to be a weird call out, ever played the game Splatoon 1, 2, or 3?
I think I played it with you.
I
Like
played
once.
it like once.
Okay. Splatoon is like a paintball like gun shooter like on the Nintendo system. Anyway, it's that music. It's exactly that music.
Is it
It's no different. So that's what it reminded me of.
Splatoon on target, baby?
That's right. And so it's a random thing, Japanese rock. It's what it was.
Is it like K-pop almost?
But in its own
Not
way, it's
pop,
its own
J-pop.
thing.
It's like
J,
punk.
it's not pop though.
Yeah.
It's J rock.
It's,
You know.
yeah.
And so it's that's kind of what it was. It was, Night Sky says it felt very Sabine. It made sense for Sabine.
Okay, yeah, that's why I'm like I can understand it, but it was a little jarring. But
It
I
was.
didn't hate it. I guess you could say.
It was a different vibe. Yep.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I could get it if maybe it was like it was in her headphones, or she's listening to it, or
Right.
something while she's riding and like
Raw.
rebelling against being at the meeting, like the Little Mermaid when the king Triton was like, "Where's Ariel?" Remember that at the beginning of that? It was the same setup. The whole
Oh,
presentation.
yes.
Oh yes,
and
okay.
Sabine.
I was not following.
And
that,
then the
yes.
whole thing builds
totally
to it,
was.
and then turns into
Jai
Ariel's
was he was Sebastian. Under
He
the
turns over there,
sea.
and there's not Ariel, and there's not Sabine. Find her.
Have
And
you
then
watched that movie recently?
No, but I just know that
You just
scene.
pulled that from the memory bank.
It's a trope, It's like, and
Impressive.
we present
Most
this person, and they're not there. It's only happened twice. Little Mermaid and
In this show.
no,
Oh,
You said it's only happened twice.
yes, there's another one. I'm
Yeah.
forgetting the movie.
Who is it with?
Climb Every Mountain. The Sound of Music. It's only happened twice.
Climb- Oh, the Von Trapp family
Von
singers.
Trapp family singers.
So
Turn
it's
and
happened
it's not
three-
there.
And then this
Yeah.
show. So technically 3 times.
I'm gonna shut up now.
No, you're good. The Von Trapp family singers. That's such a good movie.
I think the music helps set up the whole thing with the ships and the nod of respect from the pilot.
What was that though? Again, I mean,
I thought it was fun,
Bro's risking his job.
I
for
know.
that.
Seriously, he's like, I got a job to do.
but clearly
Oh, she
they-
got under one ship.
But clearly,
Darn,
Mr.
I
Krabs.
can't
You
get
have
there.
two, and you have air superiority and speed superiority. You can literally just follow her to her house and then take her home.
But she
Yeah.
knew they wouldn't
It
do
was
anything.
literally a quarter mile that way.
Yeah.
and Mr. Krabs, he obviously understood and knew her. So
Mr. Krabs, do you
it
how
was
do?
just
Mr.
all for show,
Krabs.
but it was fun.
That's the same guy who voiced Mr. Krabs. Is the what's I forget his name every time.
Mayor or whatever.
Azadi?
it is.
Yeah, Azadi.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
mayor, or is he mayor or is he like Governor Azadi now?
Yeah,
I think.
probably.
But yeah,
Tehawk said, "I agree. It was jarring, but it worked in the scene, so I guess it grew on me."
okay, yeah,
A
and
lot
I'm
of
not
people
saying
are
it's
liking
bad.
it.
I'm not
Whatever,
saying
bro.
it's bad. I just, it was just a little jarring, but it wasn't bad. Although it was a little weird that she got under that ship and it was like, respect, man, respect. We're out. You got us. Good job.
Well, that was the point of the
Peace.
show where we were,
But she is the hero, so I could see
Yeah.
in a lot of ways, like she is one of the only ones left on Lothal that helped save Lothal. That
I like
brought-
seeing Lothal. for
Lothal
sure.
was awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But you gotta get
a little
Lothals.
jarring.
And,
But we have talked a long time in spoilers. I think we've covered almost everything. If there's anything we've missed, let us know in the comments, and we will talk to them in the next 10 to 20 seconds.
I see Stormy jumped in and he liked it. He liked the episodes. I
Nice.
believe.
I
I
see.
think he liked the music, maybe. So
that music was a
Commander
standout. We didn't
Cody,
even talk
Sabine
about that.
cutting her hair signified she was going to die or something because Kanan also did it before he died.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
And about Miss Manrique said growing it out means peace for a Mandalorian,
Oh, I didn't know that. I did not realize that.
and then cutting it meant time to fight.
Back
Time for
to
battle.
business.
No peace.
baby.
And then Ninjaneer, I know it's probably known, but we haven't touched on the fact we got Star Wars royalty acting in the show, aka Ewan McGregor's wife.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's how
part of
she
the
got the role.
complication. Yeah.
She wasn't bad. She grew on me though.
It will. I think she can do better. I just think these characters
yeah.
had nothing to go on in this one. They're like, you need to all be mad at each other, but you're trying to help each other,
She's
but you
trying.
don't know what to do.
But I feel like in the next episode or two, I feel like Hera's going to come into it a little bit more. And the thing that would really make it like Hera is if they showed Jason and her actually being a mother. Like that would sell it. That would sell Hera to me.
Yep,
Right?
that's right.
Right, guys?
No, you're on your
Shut
own.
up, Dustin,
You're on an
you
island.
idiot.
No, I
You
agree.
dumb dummy. All right. But yeah, we've basically talked about anything
Yeah,
else in
you
the
dumb
comment
dummy.
section.
Yeah, Secret Songs said, "Why is Thrawn's location on a map in an?"
That weird 2 hour mark.
Yeah, do it again.
2 hours later. 10 p.m. crash, Hunter calls it.
Still going,
It's
Bismo
good.
said.
It's good.
Yeah, excited
right.
to watch. Second half later, going to rewatch Ahsoka again with
Oh, we
parents.
back.
All right. Bismo's watching it again with his parents. Brilliant.
Nice.
The 2 hour crash. We got to get this figured out.
Yeah.
But we are about to jump into Talent on Target momentarily.
Yeah, we're gonna have to blow through this because we are going very long tonight, and we hope that you guys are enjoying how long we're going.
We've been waiting a long time for this.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's been building.
Yeah, and V Stuff said, my poor mom thought Sabine was dead at the end of the first episode. Mom was like, what? She's
Aw.
dead? Sabine is dead?
yeah.
Yeah, because didn't she just show him Rebels? Yeah, you're right. I mean,
Right? Like what a
It-
twist!
yeah, she
I think it would have
survived
been a
so
more
much.
bold move if they did actually.
Well, that's where I was freaking out. I was like, whoa, why
And
they
then
do
they'd
that?
have to do World Between Worlds, time travel. Ezra would again.
maybe they
Or
are.
would
They
Maybe
might
they
be.
still are.
All right. Anything else though in regards to these these episodes?
No, I
Before
think
we get
that's,
on out.
I mean, we don't have Nick's thought. We could have been here another while if Nick were here, but I think we
Right.
nailed it.
He would have brought the funny for sure. Matt's doing a good job though. Matt, bring the funny. Say something funny for everybody.
I can't do that.
You got me still.
If Merrick
Okay.
is Ezra, how did they get him and not Thrawn? Says Porkchop 25.
Yeah.
Good question.
It's a good question. It's a good point. You know,
You
it's fun
don't
to
have Thrawn
speculate.
without Ezra. You don't have Ezra without Thrawn, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
I still think it would have been way cooler if they started off the season with Ezra like running. I think Bismo was the one who said that in one of his with you, Dan. I think I'm not sure who when, but
Yeah.
he was saying something about like if it's the whole season started off with Ezra actually like running through the woods like for his life or something like that, or hiding or something's like attacking him, and maybe it's like the threat that's potentially coming to the Star Wars galaxy that he's now fighting in this other galaxy, and he actually doesn't want them to come to this galaxy, because if they come and get Thrawn, that means that this other evil is potentially going to come back with them. That would have been a really good hook. That would have been a really good hook from the beginning. I'm just saying. But yeah, anyway.
Bismo agree. Dustin, that would be fun in this new galaxy.
Oh, yeah. The new galaxy is going to be interesting. I'm definitely interested for that. I don't know if we're going to spend a lot of time there, though. I feel like it's going to be like, yo.
Hey, would that be a season
Thrawn,
2?
Get in. We're going shopping.
Yeah. Maybe that's a season 2. Maybe
Right?
maybe it's a spin-off show.
Wow.
Season 2 is a spin-off. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, I think we've covered this from beginning to end. I was going to try and say something more clever. I had nothing.
From
I got nothing.
Studio A, Ahsoka to Z.
Studio Bonkers. Studio Bonkers to Studio A, Ahsoka, baby. If you haven't checked out that short, it's hilarious. We dropped it earlier. It's a good one. Go check it out. Dropped it. But we're going to move on to Talent on Target. Thank you, everybody, though, for your comments and hanging out with us tonight. Man, this has just been a fun time for us all to decompress, talk about everything that's happened in Ahsoka, our hopes, our dreams, our feelings, Matt's feelings, Kat's.
Matt did not share any feelings.
Yes, you did on the inside. And Darth Vader heard every single one of them. I just saw a tear roll down his mask. Maybe it was inside his mask. You can't see it, Matt. Don't worry about it, okay?
He knows what's up with that merch, though.
He knows what's up with that merch, though, baby. I don't know why he picked brown, but when it's brown, flush it down. Am I right? All right, let's move on here. Talent on Target.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it,
Let's
baby.
go. All right.
So Talent on Target is the part of the show where we showcase your art and your talents here in the Stay on Target community. You guys are all so talented and amazing, and we appreciate every single one of you. And we like to give back to you guys and showcase what awesome work you guys do, because the fans are what keep Star Wars alive.
What's your catchphrase again? I want to hear it.
Catchphrase is, oh shoot, I just forgot it. What was it?
The fans make Star Wars better.
Great again. No. Is that where you're going?
No, I wasn't.
Shoot, I'm gonna have to rewatch it back because I can't think of it.
The fans.
No, we grow the community. You know, I seriously lost.
We're gonna
it.
have to watch it back.
We got it.
It was a great tagline that I didn't write down because I thought of it
We
tonight.
understand it. The Ninjaneer says, "Thanks for the stream, y'all. Gotta head out."
All
He
right,
said,
sounds
"Hail
good.
Darth Dan."
Yeah,
I'm Darth Dan tonight.
Yeah.
You're Darth Dan.
Well, I am Daniken.
That's true.
Dan.
Daniken.
I want to see that short.
So we've
Dude.
got Darth Vader and Daniken.
Thank you.
And
I'll
then
be here.
Nick. Oh, are we almost?
We're getting darker.
Yeah.
I went a little Sith last week.
Even the
Here.
backdrop is getting darker.
Oh no.
Everything's getting darker. They're just watching. It's like watching Anakin. That's the Stay on Target show. It's just us slowly going to the dark
Yes.
side. I mean, Nick's already there. Matt's
Yeah.
probably there. Are you there, Matt?
Yeah.
He's there.
Gonk.
There.
All right, let's move on to Stay
All
on,
right.
on Talent on Target.
Talent on Target.
What do we got first?
LEB here.
I dig it.
Yeah, absolutely. Her preferred Mandalorian helmet design.
That's a really cool. It's definitely a night owl design, but I like the
Yes.
simplicity of that. What would you call that emblem on the top there? It looks really cool. I like the
Yeah.
colors too. That's a nice color choice.
I like the weathering on the gray. Yep.
That's solid.
It's a nice touch.
It's like a little feminine, but still. That's what I like about the night owls. It's like a little bit more feminine, but still looks really good.
Yeah, with the scratch over the eye. Yep, like they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
The-
Very
Yes,
It's all about the face shield or the eye slits, right? That gives it
a lot of
the
it's eye slits.
cool. Mhm.
Fun fact though, too, in Legends, the Mandalorians actually their helmets enabled them to see 360 degrees around them.
That's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
And there was a whole scene where it was one of Han Solo's children, Jaina Solo, where she basically she was a Jedi Mandalorian, and she was trained by Boba Fett actually in Legends. And Boba Fett was like, it's very disorienting in the beginning, trying to learn how to see in a 360 degree, angle. And that's why they were so difficult to kill in a lot of ways, because they could see completely around them. So nobody could sneak up on them. I was like, that is super cool. And that makes a lot more sense for their helmets. I think I actually like that idea because it made them more formidable warriors. So
That's cool.
anyway, that was a fun fact. Much to see. Moving on.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, LAB, for sending that in and for your super talent. I mean,
awesome.
that's what I'm talking
That
about.
is really
I
good.
know she had to leave the chat early, but she was here tonight, so
Oh, she'll watch it back.
So watch
Yeah.
back here,
Yeah.
and thank you for sending that in. That's super. Keep up the drawing and the
Mhm.
The good work.
art
The
making.
talent.
Yeah.
Very talented.
Yeah.
Eventually, you'll have the whole outfit. You'll have the whole set of armor, right?
yeah. Well, I'm
Yeah.
hoping maybe someday she can actually design this and get it and or make it in
Make
real
it,
life.
yeah.
I mean, why
that's cool.
not? Yeah.
I love it.
She's designed it, but make it. That's
Yeah, I know. I want to see it.
In
I
real
want to see
life,
it in
yeah.
real life in RL.
In
Am I right, Matt?
RL.
Am I right, Matt? All right, Matt.
Matt, a few words.
Okay,
All right,
so
Matt.
there's
Oh,
another
yeah, I
one
thought he
here.
switched to my
I thought he was
camera.
I thought he was gonna switch to you too. I didn't.
I had my
It's okay.
thumb up.
All
He did.
right, so this is by Kirsten Allen here, and this is the Sith companions that are canon, and that is our very own Kirsten and Icy Stormy, the Sith duo.
I like it. I
How
like
cool
it.
is that,
Dude, that is pretty sick right there.
Yeah.
Pretty sick, nasty.
Yes,
Isn't
I was
that
hoping
cool?
you were gonna
Yeah.
say that.
Wow.
I even like the little smirk she has on her face. It's
Mhm.
very clever.
Yeah, if I can zoom in a
Clever
little bit.
girl.
Yeah, we're way in now.
Wow. Can they see our soul?
Look at that.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Oh man, is that facial tattoos or did she get hit with some lightning or something?
No, it's like a
or
mask.
on her.
The red.
Oh, the
The
red.
red?
Oh,
Yeah, what do you-
sorry.
I'm not sure. I'm not
Obviously,
sure.
the black part's the mask.
Is
I
she
think,
a
I think it's part of the
descent?
face mask because see, Icy over here has got the same design kind of on his thing. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe not.
Oh, okay, probably like a tattoo or like.
So is that
something
like an
crazy.
Inquisitor blade, Icy?
No,
I think it's double.
Just
I
a
think it's
double, like a
Okay.
maul.
Yeah, otherwise it would have
Yeah.
like.
Oh
a
yeah, it would have had the
circle.
round.
Yeah, that is really cool. Now you guys got to do that in real life.
I
I
can
want to
see
see that armor and everything in
Yeah.
RL, baby. And
Very
send
cool.
us those photos.
I like the
What a
kinda
great
cape.
duo.
Yeah, it's kind of drapey, kind of samurai-ish maybe a little bit. But
I feel like we need like this to become like an actual fanfic story within our own Stay on Target community.
the story
Sith
of
companions
Sith
that are
companions
canon.
that are canon.
Oh, Kirsten said they're scars.
Stars.
red
Okay, I was
stars.
wondering.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
Ouch.
Interesting. Wow.
What are your Sith Lord names though? Is it Kirsten and?
Yeah,
It's
that's a
just
good
that?
question.
Okay, So, okay, I was- sorry.
Wow.
I'm asking a lot of
deep, yeah.
questions here. I need these answers. Okay.
Yep, that's very cool. Well,
That's super cool.
thanks for
Great
sending
work.
that in,
Yeah, thank you for
Kirsten.
sending it
Drawing
in.
that up. That's talent.
Yeah.
That is really. I suck at drawing. That is amazing.
Yeah, very cool.
And that's our own in the chat here. I like the signature there. That's very cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's good,
That's the coup de grace.
almost good movement in the picture too, which is fun.
Back to back.
Yep.
Back to back, baby.
Mhm.
Good perspective. I love it.
Yeah,
All right.
they've got each other's back.
They've got that's oh, there you go. So
Yeah.
back to back, they face each other.
Dancing cheek to cheek.
Wait,
Okay,
no.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh dear. Don't be weird.
Sorry. I make it weird.
That's
We're used
super
to
All right,
it.
that's a great one though. Is that
Yeah.
all we got for Talent
No,
Target
there's
today?
another one
Oh,
here.
they
Okay.
gave. Oh, sorry. They gave. Icy gave a name, or so did Kirsten. So she's Darth Ira, and Icy Stormy is Darth Stormius.
Oh, I like it. Darth
Nice.
Ira and
Our Stormius.
wait, who's apprentice and who's okay? So
I think
Icy or
Icy is the
Stormius
mas-
is the
or-
master,
Yeah, yeah.
and what was it?
Darth Ira. Is the
Ira
apprentice.
is the okay.
Apprentice.
We're getting
Okay.
more of the.
Wow.
You know, you stay tuned here for more fan fiction of this developing story.
Yeah.
Come back
I
next
think
week, and
they're
I think we're gonna have
developing
even
it.
more.
Yeah, yeah.
that's very cool that we have this kind of talent going on and that we can create whatever story we want to create.
I dig it.
That's so good.
Keep
A
it coming.
picture is worth 1,000 words, and I'm getting a
we've
billion
said
words
all
out
of
of that
them.
picture.
Matt especially.
Amazing. All right, here we go. So this is by RJ and his auntie Sarah.
Yeah, submitted by Mrs. Manrique.
Mrs.
So
Manry.
this,
Wow.
yeah, it's her 3-year-old colored it as well as his aunt Sarah.
No,
Isn't that so cute?
That is cute.
That
I
is
mean,
okay.
just so
Awesome.
fun, precious.
That's I like that. You
Yeah.
know what? It's that is a fun thing that we all do as kids,
Mhm.
especially growing up with Star Wars. I definitely did stuff like this, and what a good time that is, and a bonding experience. Star
Yeah.
Wars is meant to be a bonding experience through
Mhm.
generations, and that is exactly what these pictures showcase.
Yeah, I mean, great aunt
Showcase.
to give the coloring book, the Mando coloring book, to
Yeah,
her
absolutely.
nephew, and then color it together. Just so sweet.
That's so cool. And then, I mean, that's just cool that like we didn't have Mando and Grogu, coloring books when we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
I like the color choices too, actually, of Mando. That's an interesting.
Yeah.
And how old? You said
3.
3-year-old.
Three.
That's very talented. Coloring in the lines isn't as important at age 3. It's just getting the crayon not on
I
the
still
table.
have trouble with it.
And I still don't color the lines. And it's not about, life isn't about coloring in the lines. Life is about breaking out of the lines and doing your own interpretation of whatever you want. So I like what he's doing there, RJ.
He's got a bright future.
He's got a bright future, as bright as
Many
these crayons.
crayons.
Yep, that's right. Good color choices
I like
too.
it.
I love
Thanks
it.
for submitting that.
Thank you for sharing that.
That's great. I love that stuff. It's fun and it's cute.
Yeah,
Come on.
Hawk said starting them young on Star Wars. Love it.
That's the only way to go.
That's the only
That's
way to-
raising kids right.
That's raising kids right. That's right. Star Wars is our childhood.
My kids haven't even seen like all like the Star Wars, but they know like every character.
They know everything.
already. They know so much about Star Wars. They haven't even seen the movies yet, which is crazy.
That is fun.
They're gonna be watching it soon though.
I'm just saying, ants are the best. So yeah.
Ants are the
good.
best. Ants on target. Am I right?
Ants on target. Way to go, Auntie Sarah and
thank
RJ. All right, next one we got Icy Stormy with breakbeat magnetism. So we actually have a track that he's going to lay down for you. We're going to listen to it. I can pull it up right now.
Darth Stormius.
So let's take a listen.
And his fat
Let's see if we
beats.
can hear this. All right, here are some hi-hats. I'm getting it.
Some 80s
Sneaking in
vibe.
there.
Symptomatic. Copyright strike. He sues us.
Yeah.
Just-
Oh, no.
He
Dang
gave us
it.
permission.
Good pumping stuff.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good walking tempo.
100, 105, 90.
No, that's
I'll look it up.
Yeah, it's a good grooving beat. I like it. Definitely a good walking tune. Definitely good like focus music, like you're trying to get something done, like studying.
Yep. KG said chill banger.
Chill banger, baby.
yeah. I mean, they're definitely chat's definitely vibing with it. I mean,
Yeah,
as they
break it
always do.
down.
Icy Stormy has good music.
He does.
Go
He's
to
the
his
next,
channel, check it out.
next Kevin Kanye.
Yeah,
Right. Is that's
they should have used his music.
they should have. Come on.
Okay.
What were they thinking?
Well, the fans have to make it known.
Yeah.
I'm getting 82 BPM. That's what I'm feeling.
82. Okay, you guys
I
were
just
closer
punched
to
it
me.
in
I was
there,
way
so
off.
I'm getting 82.
Drummer not on target.
Nice.
I always tell you, you're too going too
Hashtag
fast.
music on target. Ice.
No, you don't. You're always the one going too fast. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Shots fired. Music on target.
I like it. Yeah, music
I do
on
like
target.
it.
That's
Great
good.
job, Icy.
Yeah,
That was
way to go.
awesome. I dig it for sure, man. Keep them coming. And definitely, if you haven't yet, go check out his channel, right? He's got
Mhm. Yeah, different playlists, all kinds of different songs. We've shown a few of them here. And he's fast at developing them. So yeah, go subscribe.
I like what
right.
Hunter Davis says. Yes, the tempo is what the drummer says it is. I completely agree.
Oh dear.
Thank you,
That's
Hunter.
Very good. Thanks
You
for sending
get
that
me.
in, Icy. You keep making those tunes, man.
Yeah.
That takes time to make a beat, to get a track together, to get a key signature. No. And feel the vibe, right? It starts to
Mhm.
develop. So way to go, man. That's
Be
awesome.
vibing. Mhm.
Super cool. Thanks for sharing. Keep making it. Keep sharing it.
Definitely.
We'll be able to play it up here on Studio A. I think that's it for Talent on Target tonight.
That's
Yeah,
it, man.
good
Way to
stuff.
finish it off there,
No, it's
Icy
just,
Stormy. Also, Icy says, yes, I post songs like once every 2 weeks. So
He's
definitely.
nearing 100 total songs.
Wow, he's done 100?
Man, that's what I'm talking
One
about.
Hondo, baby.
One
He's done
Hondo.
One Hondo, baby. Songs. Woo!
Thanks for sharing, everybody. That's a good Talent on Target segment right there.
That is a good
That was
Talent on
worth
Target
every second of it.
All right, and we're so glad that we could showcase that tonight. And if you guys have any more talent that you guys want to showcase, send it to stayontarget.contact@gmail.com, and we will showcase it to the world if you want it. Otherwise, you could just send it and show us. But let us know if you don't want it to go on there. Anyway, what a fun night this has been. I have really enjoyed this night talking all this Star Wars to all of you good people in this room and to everybody in the chat. You guys are amazing. I just love it. So, any final thoughts before we get out of here, everybody?
I think that's about. I think we hit everything.
I think we covered it all.
I mean,
literally.
I am excited for next week to see
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah, I'd say I'm.
And lots to be speculated.
You know, in some ways, it's like we've got past the first 2 episodes, so I don't feel as anxious in some ways.
You're not as nervous anymore.
Not as nervous. I'm more looking forward to. I'm more looking forward to what's to come. You know, it started off good, not great, but I'm hopeful again that it's just going to keep getting better. So with Dave Filoni, hashtag faith in Filoni.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, Hunter's throwing shade. He's saying peanut butter is better crunchy than smooth.
Oh my
guess it's not
goodness, he
shade.
had to do
Controversy.
that. Matt,
Hot
you have-
takes.
Matt, you definitely have thoughts on that. Food on Target. We have not done Food on
Oh,
Target
okay,
tonight.
this is
So
it.
this is the
This is
last
it.
segment of the night. Food on Target, and then we're gonna get the heck out of here. Matt, what do you think? Smooth or crunchy?
I gotta disagree.
Oh, just because.
Well, not even that.
Not because.
It's just what it is, huh?
I just don't want chunks of peanuts getting stuck in my teeth.
Oh yeah, you're a don't like things stuck in your teeth kind of guy. I remember you said that before.
That's correct.
That was a weird way to put it, but
Are
it's
there,
true.
there are a lot of people that enjoy it.
I love when I get things stuck in my teeth. It's like saving a snack for later. It's like my beard. We got to pull up now. Baby. Crunchy smooth. We got to know. Food
Hunter
on
already
Target, baby.
voted.
We did that stinger.
Mrs. Manrique said Grisk or Rakatan.
Oh, that's tech. I think what she's talking about is villains coming from outside. Like
Yeah.
the Grisk are from the Thrawn
Yep.
Ascendancy trilogy, and the Rakuten. I think that's High Republic. Is it? Is that High Republic or Old Republic? I can't remember now. Shoot, I'm failing
I think
you,
it's Old
Miss
Republic.
Manrique. But I don't know. I think they're both bad. I don't know which one I'd choose. Food on Target. I'm gonna go with smooth though. It's always smooth for me. I do not like crunchy peanut butter unless it's like in a cookie.
Are there nuts and
Are there nuts and cookies?
Peanuts?
Is this a whole subcategory I've never heard about? What about you, Dan? Smooth or crunchy?
I like smooth, yeah.
That
I
makes
actually like
sense.
crunchy a little bit, but most
Yeah,
of the
I
time
don't
I'll take
mind
smooth.
crunchy,
Yeah, I
but-
can handle
What?
both.
You can't. No, don't. Did you just go Switzerland on me?
Switzerland.
You are so good at going Switzerland, Dan. It's crazy.
I thought you were talking about Matt.
Oh, yeah. Matt did do that too.
Oh,
You
man.
gutless flip flopper.
Whoa.
Wow.
I mean,
just
I see
joking.
both sides of the coin.
I mean,
Oh,
I'd say
man.
9 times out of 10, I'm gonna pick smooth.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Well, you've joined me again.
But the point is, you're getting peanut butter in you somehow, one way or another.
it doesn't matter the way in which the peanut butter
Like-
gets in you.
Like, are you gonna
It's
have
the fact that you got the peanut butter.
It's
my
inside of
goodness.
the journey you take.
It's the journey it
Swiss-
takes to get there.
you know?
Wait, no, then that would be crunchy.
I don't
Anybody?
know
Any
anymore.
dark chocolate fans out there? I mean,
Well, yeah.
Not
Bring it.
above regular chocolate.
yeah. But would you eat chocolate if it only said dark chocolate on it, or would you be like, I ain't
Yes.
eating chocolate?
No, I'll eat dark chocolate.
yeah, exactly. It's
I'm
like
not
the peanut butter
against it.
crunchy smooth debate.
It's just not like I wouldn't choose dark chocolate if I had a choice.
Really?
Oh, it's
That's
so good.
factual.
No, I'd choose milk chocolate.
Dark cacao,
for
like
sure.
97%
What about
dark.
white chocolate though? Because I kind of enjoy some white chocolate.
Now we're getting a little racist.
I don't really like the white chocolate as much.
Joking.
I really don't like the white chocolate. I like the dark chocolate.
Yeah, dark chocolate. You like white chocolate better?
I wouldn't say better, but
You like a little difference here and there.
just about the same. You
Yeah.
know,
I like a white chocolate sometimes.
Yeah,
Dark chocolate makes Kirsten Allen sneeze.
Oh, that's interesting. The sun makes me sneeze.
Mrs.
I,
Manrique.
I don't know about that one.
Mr. Manrique, 80% dark. Yep, that's a good ratio. Hunter, dark chocolate's amazing. Night Sky, I love dark chocolate. Me says KG. Switzer Dan says Skylark.
Switzer Dan, I love it.
Gotta be smooth honey roasted. Oh, that's the peanut butter. Milk chocolate says Skylark. I mean, that's how you usually find it, is the milk chocolate.
Yeah, baby.
Gotta
It's
get
smooth.
milky with
It's
it.
smooth, baby.
Gotta have some milk with that. I like all chocolate says V stuff and things.
The poll is in too. The
Dark
poll is in for
chocolate
the
with
peanut
coffee.
butter.
Ooh.
Yeah, sorry, Hunter. Smooth wins.
Smooth
Smooth's the
wins.
winner. Icy
Smooth.
Stormy. I said
Like smooth
talking about his
jazz.
music.
Yeah,
People
it's
People
gotta
really
be
don't
some-
like white
Nice.
chocolate, eh?
You know,
It's
it depends on what it
controversial.
is for me.
Yeah,
It depends on what it is.
I mean, white
What-
chocolate covered pretzels.
White chocolate covered
Great.
pretzels, those are good.
What about white chocolate Reese's?
No, I'm sorry.
Because I like those.
No, that's
It's not. I
sacrilege.
mean, I'll do it because it's got peanut butter.
the
I
peanut
like
butter
it.
wins out for Dan, but for me,
Yeah.
white chocolate and Reese's, I'm sorry. I don't like that one. I'm nothing against you.
It's not as
Like
satisfying,
you.
but it works.
I wasn't feeling like you were against me.
Well,
He's just asking the
turned her
question.
against me.
B
Sorry,
stuff
dude.
also likes white chocolate. KG says meh. Carla says I love all kinds of chocolate. Dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate are all delicious to me. Nice. Any chocolate from Belgium is amazing, says Mrs. Manrique. Actually, you know, Switzerland really does make some of the best chocolate. Speaking of Europe.
Speaking of Switzer Dan,
Speaking of Switzerland, no, I love that. Good call, Mrs. Manrique. Let's see.
Carla said, "I love all kinds of chocolate dark."
yeah,
Oh, you just said that.
you just said that. That's
No,
okay.
I'm just repeating.
No, you're good.
just behind
you're
the game
just
a little
reiterating the
bit.
fact that
I'm in the time.
Carla does not discriminate against types of chocolate. Okay, it's all
Oh,
good.
man, sorry.
It's all good.
Dang it. I did want to say Hannah dropped some news
Oh.
a minute ago. It's not food on Target though, but she is
That can't be
teasing.
said right now.
What?
Then it can't be said.
Oh.
We're in the food on target. No, I'm just joking. Go ahead.
But she's teasing that there's a joint account coming from her and Leah Night Sky
Oh,
in the future for their fan films, mostly animations.
Fan film. Oh,
Very cool.
Dropping
Can't-
here, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably already dropped it, but dropping here also.
Well, we just need a handle so we can go
we'll
subscribe.
promote the heck out
Yeah.
of it.
So
I love that. That is
That is
so
awesome.
cool.
That's a great idea, and the talent of those two are absolutely amazing.
mhm.
You've all seen it. You all love it. I mean, look at the
Yeah.
fact checker.
What?
Talent. They did your
Oh,
image. Okay.
yes. I'm
Yes, I know that. I need a Nick. Okay. All right. But what a fun stream that's been tonight. Thank you, everybody, for being with us again. We just want to continue. I think I got it. Is it? We just want to continue to grow this Star Wars community because we make Star Wars better together.
There it is.
Make
It sounds
fun
off
sounds.
still, but maybe.
All right, we're gonna go back. We're gonna
That's
play the
98%.
replay.
I think
Everybody
that's
go
like
back and
98%.
replay it and let me know what the right one is, because it sounded pretty good earlier. All right, that was a fun food on Target. What a way to end it, and what a great announcement by the twins, the moderators on Target. Let's get out of here. What a fun night, and I enjoy it. We're looking forward to next week's episode. It's only 30 some minutes. But I think it's going to be a banger. I think it's going to be a good
They
one. I
just
think we're-
keep dropping the numbers again.
Yeah, I know.
50, 40, 30.
I saw a meme that showed Anakin and Obi-Wan, and it's like, R2, we're supposed to be going up, not down.
Right,
It was so
right.
good. I was like, yes, with the whole numbers thing.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But it's going to be exciting. So definitely tune in next week, Tuesday at 8 o'clock. We're going to be doing Ahsoka Eve, talking all things speculation
Well,
right
no.
before.
technically that's Ahsoka pre-show.
Oh, yeah.
Ahsoka
shoot.
pre-show.
Yeah, Mondays are now Ahsoka Eve, but we're not doing a live stream.
We hadn't really had a chance to talk about it. I love how like we made our decision and
That's
then
true.
Dave Filoni over there after we announced
Star
that we're going to do
Wars.
the Star
With
Wars.
4 days to go.
They're like, we're changing it to Tuesday. And that was a great thing.
I mean,
'cause
it is a good
we
thing.
like it being able to watch it sooner, but we're like, come on, man, you're messing me up. But it worked out great. We love the pre-show. That was great last night.
Yeah, that was a lot of. I had a blast doing that, and I'm looking forward to the Ahsoka pre-show. Thank you for correcting me, fact checker. You're an
Sorry,
amazing
yeah,
fact checker.
well.
No, it was good.
Yeah.
I was thinking that in my head, and then the wrong one came out. I was like, don't get this wrong. Immediately got it wrong. Speaking
That's
of which,
right.
last night we said whenever you go to eat something and you're like tired and at the end of
Oh
the
my
night,
goodness.
like you always spill something. And I don't usually do that, but last night I immediately spilled my meatballs all over. And we had meatballs for dinner and it went all over right
figured.
before we watched the show. I was like, what the crap?
It wasn't all
I
over. It
always
was
be
just one
spilling
meatball.
stuff.
It was one, but it got red sauce plenty of places, which
Yeah.
was wrong.
Yeah, and it was
felt
like kept
horrible.
showing like what where else did it go? It like fell into every crevasse.
Yeah, basically. It was terrible.
It
Anyway,
was-
I just thought that was funny.
was
We got to get out of here.
was a
Stop
great
talking,
callback.
everybody. Me.
I'll end it with this. Let's see. KG said, "I legit love this community."
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a pretty inspiring thing.
And I love you,
encouraging.
random
That's
citizen.
We do
legit.
love you too.
Name that.
Name that reference.
Wait, that's
Nope, you're not supposed to give it away.
oh okay.
They
The
have-
blue guy, right? Isn't he blue?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is
okay.
blue. But,
Nope, it is
But no, we
not. It
we
is
love every
not
single one of you
Thrawn.
too. We just appreciate you guys being here.
Are you gonna cry?
We love you guys. Okay.
Nice guy got
This is
it.
getting too
Mega
emotional for
Mind.
me.
Nice guy got it. Yeah, Mega Mind,
quick.
baby.
And
So
Skylar,
good.
hashtag meatball drop.
Hashtag. Oh, no.
Hashtag cloudy with
Drop it like it's
meatballs.
Hoth.
And with that
Ooh.
amazing disappointment, I think we need to end the show.
Drop that beat.
Drop that beat. Thanks everybody for being here with us. Remember, tune back in Tuesday for Ahsoka
Pre-show.
pre-show. Thank you. It's going to be fun, and then we're going to go live again on Wednesday with our review. So we're looking forward to being with all of you again. We might be dropping some more stuff throughout the week, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be a great time. Great content, great stuff coming out, and keep that talent flowing, baby. We love every single one of you. We'll catch you next week. Don't forget to always stay on target. Tighten up, Snips. This isn't a Sloka.